And good evening, and welcome to the 2024 World Series Game 3. This is the Rooftop Sports. Glad to have you here, and thank you for being on the show. And thank you all for being part of Game 1 of the World Series, where I had quite a bit of engagement. I really did enjoy that very much. Hopefully, we'll do that again. To help this channel, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and also donate to this channel by going to the YouTube Super Chats, or you can do it through PayPal and or Venmo, and I will provide you the link in about now. Here's the Venmo one. If you guys are Venmo users, I think Venmo is more popular anyway, so I'll go ahead and do that. Daniel, thank you very much for being here. You think Dodgers in 4, huh? So you think this is it. And well, we'll have to see about that because we still have the Yankees in Game 3. And just remember the 1978 World Series, the Dodgers had a 2-0 series lead, and then they squandered it. Not saying that it's a guarantee that that happens again, but also you just never know what could happen. So let's hope for, I know that you're cheering for the Dodgers, but I am cheering for, I just want a full 7-game series. And Daniel, I know that you're a Dodgers fan, and I did this for you, Dodger fans, and because of this World Series, and because of what happened in Game 1 with the Freddie Freeman home run, there is a video that I have made. So go ahead and check that out. It is about the Kirk Gibson home run. So you definitely want to check that out. And actually, now that since the game hasn't even started yet, I'll go ahead and show a preview of it. Game 1 of the 1988 World Series, Kirk Gibson hit this amazing walk-off home run off of Dennis Eckersley against the Oakland A's to secure a Game 1 victory. This was not only one of the most incredible moments in World Series history, but it was also one of the most inspiring. The Dodgers went on to win the World Series 4-1, and this team was led by the legendary manager Tommy Lasorda, Cy Young Award winner Orel Hershiser, and home run leader Kirk Gibson. But how did we get here? You will find out. So yeah, that's the idea of what it is. Christian, why are you a Bears fan? I don't know. Why are you a Bears fan? Actually, tell me what got you into be a Bears fan. And until then, let me see what we've got for the matchup. We got Walker Buehler, who has struggled throughout the playoffs, against Clark Schmidt, starter for the Yankees. And for the lineup, got Shohei Ohtani, and he is actually, good news, able to play, because there was a moment where everyone thought that he wasn't going to play because of an injury. Then we got Mookie Betts. Then we got the hero Freddie Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez, Max Muncy, Will Smith, Gavin Lux, Enrique Hernandez, or Kiki Hernandez, and Tommy Edman. As for the Yankees, we got Gleyber Torres, the impending free agent, Juan Soto, the most coveted free agent. Then we got Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Jazz Chisholm, Volpe, Anthony Rizzo, Jose Trevino, and Verdugo. They are going to be playing. And all I can hope is for a full 7-game series. That's all I want to see. And I should probably do a voice check on myself and see if I even sound any good. Yeah, I sound okay. Let me know if my sound sounds terrible. My voice sounds terrible. If it does, you let me know and I'll fix it. At least I'll try. So the Bronx cheer this series. The text is already gone, unfortunately. But the other thing I've taken notice is that Aaron Judge has been heavily criticized, at least by a Yankees fan from Barstool Sports, where he thinks Aaron Judge should be booed out of the stadium, which, at least there's someone, it's a Yankee fan. It's just typical Yankee behavior where they just want to hold their team accountable. And I don't see anything wrong with that because Aaron Judge has absolutely been awful throughout the playoffs. Like, he hasn't really done anything of significance, especially in the World Series where he nearly got the golden sombrero in Game 1. So yeah, I mean, everything that he has done has been self-inflicting on himself. And the game's about to start in about 3 minutes, and I gotta get my water bottle so I don't go too thirsty, right. Hello, you are from DC Speed. Oh, how's it going, buddy? How's school going? Even though I'm not really supposed to say that. Anyways, how's the DC Speed? And yeah, it was good to see you. And in case you have any concerns, I actually worked with the man who runs the DC Speed business, and it's a summer camp of games. It's really fun. And does everyone know these people? I guess everyone does. Interesting name, FIFA, shall I say. Got quite a bit of people here. And it looks like we got a ceremonial first pitch. Someone's trying to do a pregame thing, just like what Ice Cube did for Game 2. Can you give me a shout out, please? I made a cool South Korea edit. All right, show me what you got. Yep, that's what they're trying to do. Game 3 with Ice Cube doing his thing for Game 2. Now they're having the Yankees do their Game 3 thing. And I wonder who's the guy singing. I feel like I should know who this is, but I just don't. I feel embarrassing that I don't. Yankees. That's what they're doing. They're trying to match with it. No, seriously, who is this guy? Is it Joey Alves? No. No, but seriously, someone tell me who this is. I should know who this is by now, but I just don't. I'm sorry. I feel bad. I'm from New York song. I guess it's Ja Rule. Is that what it is? Or Fat Joe? Could it be Fat Joe? It is Fat Joe. Yep, it's Fat Joe. Yep, just going through the rapping. That's what it is. Yep, that's Big Joe. Well, someone can stop the Yankees, I can tell you that. Game's definitely going to start late. Well, until then, we shall do an ad from SeatGeek really quick. SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RoofTopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you. Yep, use that promo code RoofTopSports if there's anyone in New York trying to go to a World Series game. Well, there you have it. And speak up, maybe I should check what the ticket prices are for the World Series. Let's find out. $732. Yee! Fat Joe of New York. There you have it. Give him applause, I guess, because they're trying to match it. But let's be honest. I hate to say it, but Ice Cube was way better. And now it's commercial break. Commercial break still going on. I just want this game to happen. No, but seriously, what's the edit? So confused, you guys. I haven't answered my questions. Like, come on. Like Keyshawn Johnson says, come on, man. Man, they're still talking about that election stuff. Like, I'm always going to complain about that every single time because it drives me nuts talking about the election. Like, I am just so done with it. Like, I don't even care anymore at this point. I just want a normal life and not talk about who I'm voting for because I won't even reveal who I'm voting for. I just won't do it, and I just don't see the reason to because I don't want to upset people. I mean, look what happened with the Seattle Storm. They faced some backlash because they endorsed Kamala Harris. Now, I'm not saying that they should have went for Trump or anything. I'm just saying that if you're a sports organization, you just don't do that. Oh, you can't send the link? Isn't that a shame? Oh, boy. And they're doing some inspirational intro video for the Yankees, so I wouldn't know what it is. Talking about Brooklyn Dodgers things. Well, because the Dodgers were in Brooklyn under the great Jackie Robinson, 1955 when he stole home plate. Now they're going back to the old days stuff, I guess. Kirk Gibson, they gotta show Kirk Gibson on this one. Oh no, it's just Dodgers versus Yankees. Never mind. But Reggie Jackson, yeah, 3 home runs in a game. Is it a TikTok account? Is that what it is? It's really sad to see that Teoscar Hernandez is now in the World Series. Like just a year ago, or just over a year ago, we were expecting Teoscar Hernandez to get to the World Series. And now looks like the Yankees are taking the field. And the first pitch will be brought to you by SeatGeek. Use that promo code RoofTopSports. Get your $20 off. Shohei Ohtani is the leadoff hitter. Had an injury scare for trying to steal second base, but he is okay right now. So hopefully he'll be playing healthy and he can contribute for the Dodgers. And Lord Vader, he's still upset with the fact that they have a 2-game series lead. Clark Schmidt, 2 starts this postseason with a 3.86 ERA, 9 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, and 3 walks. He is hoping to try to get the Yankees back on track so they can stay alive in this series, because if the Dodgers win, they'll be up 3-0, which will put the Yankees in a much more difficult spot. Shohei Ohtani, he's playing in a stadium that is very favorable for home run hitters. All right, let's get on the road. No, but seriously, is that a TikTok? Okay, I've got to go find it. Let me know if it's a TikTok. Now Shohei Ohtani is now up to the plate. And let's see what he can do. And now we're looking at that first pitch. And now here's the first pitch. And that is up high for a ball. And now the pitch. Outside for a ball. That's going to be a 2-0 count on Shohei Ohtani. In the postseason, Shohei Ohtani's been batting .260. Aaron Boone being shown in the dugout. I questioned his decision-making by intentionally walking Mookie Betts. Now the pitch. Now it's going to be a 3-0. Ball pretty much hit the dirt. And now Ohtani has a very favorable count of a 3-0 count on him. The question is, can Shohei Ohtani take advantage of it? And now we are looking at the 3-0, the pitch. Up high for ball 4, and Shohei Ohtani will get on base with a walk. And now we've got Freddie Freeman up to the plate. I wonder what they're cheering. Now here is Mookie Betts up to the plate and the pitch. And that's going to be right in there for a strike, just barely. It looked like it was outside the strike zone, but the umpire called otherwise. As we are looking at the 0-1 count. And now Mookie Betts is awaiting by Clark Schmidt. And the throw to first. And not in time. And I wonder if Shohei Ohtani is going to be more hesitant to steal second base, as he just does not want to risk injury, because he almost did get injured. And now we are looking at the 0-1 and now the pitch. And that is a strike. And FIFA Bras, I'm looking at your video. Feedback I have is make sure that the screen's a little bit, like at least that first goal that I saw, you got to make sure that people can see it. And the pitch and the foul tip. Let me hear the music too. I mean, the music is the music. I remember when Korea tied that game. That was insane. Yep, I saw it, FIFA Bras. Do you have any plans for the future for YouTube? And now we're looking at the 0-2 for Mookie Betts. Now the pitch. Up high for a ball. That's going to be a 1-2 count on Mookie Betts. Yeah, it's been that kind of day for me. I pretty much hibernated throughout the day. As we are looking at the 1-2. And now the pitch. And now fly ball foul. And we'll try this again. Mookie Betts is batting .294 in this series. Or in the postseason. And Shohei Ohtani, was he trying to run? Looks like Shohei Ohtani's favoring something. And now we're looking at the 1-2 and the pitch. And that... Oh, ball 2. I guess that was a makeup call for Clark Schmidt, or for Mookie Betts. Trevino didn't even try to sell that one either. Schmidt heavily disagreed with that call, and I did too. And now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball to left field, and Verdugo, he's going to make the catch, and that is going to be 1 out for the Yankees. Or 1 out for the Dodgers, excuse me. And also, Jay Trident Podcast is expected to join in for the 4th and the 5th inning. And now we've got Freddie Freeman, the hero for the Dodgers in Game 1 of the World Series, where he hit that home run in Game 1. It was a grand slam home run. Now the pitch, and that is going to be a strike. As now we are looking at an 0-1 count on Freddie Freeman. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball, and Trevino really tried to sold him on that one, but too obvious of a ball to even frame it, to even sell it to the umpire. As we are looking at the 1-1 for Freddie Freeman. Can Freddie Freeman get something going for the Dodgers? Now the pitch. And that is a strike, and that's going to be a 1-2 count on Freddie Freeman. I want to check my fantasy football team while I'm at it. As we're looking at the 1-2 and the pitch. And now here's a fly ball drilled to right field. Forget about that one. Freddie Freeman with another home run. That is a 2-run home run for Freddie Freeman. And instantly, the Dodgers take a 2-0 lead. And safe to say that these fans of the Yankees are extremely stunned. What a quick blast by Freddie Freeman. I am so shocked. And now a 2-0 lead belongs to the Dodgers. Boy, that just got out of there in a hurry. Nice hit by Freeman. And I think that's his 5th consecutive playoff game with a home run. Now he ties George Springer. And now the pitch. That is to Teoscar Hernandez, and that is going to be outside for a ball. So already, the Yankees are already down 2-0, and they are now, it seems that they are in danger. And Freddie Freeman, he just passed great company. He passed Reggie Jackson and Lou Gehrig, who also had 4 consecutive games, postseason games with home runs. And Reggie Jackson and Lou Gehrig were such legends for the New York Yankees. And now the pitch, especially Lou Gehrig, who was known to be the Iron Horse, as he played 2,131 consecutive games, and it was broken by Cal Ripken Jr. with 2,000, who eventually got 2,632 consecutive games. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. And what kind of a swing was that by Teoscar Hernandez? Most consecutive games played in MLB. Yep. Gehrig is number 2. I wonder who's number 3. And now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball right to the shortstop to toss over the first, and that is in time. It was Everett Scott with 13:07, and Lou Gehrig took it to a whole new level, which was why his name was called the Iron Horse. And it seemed unbreakable. He held it for half a century, and then Cal Ripken Jr., he ripped it. Like, he did it. It was 21-30 games consecutively. 2,632 for Cal Ripken Jr. Don't think the Yankees want to hear about Freeman passing Reggie Jackson and Lou Gehrig right now. He doesn't either, because look at him. He's a Yankees fan. And now we are looking at the 0-1 for Max Muncy. And now the pitch. And that is going to be in there for a strike. They're doing some Star Wars alarm sound from the Empire when you're in the Death Star. Yeah, Freddie Freeman hit the home run. 2-run homer, 5th consecutive postseason home run. Freddie Freeman. And now the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will retire the side. But damage was done by the All-Star Freddie Freeman, and the Dodgers take a 2-0 lead. SoFi is an online bank and a personal financing company offering financial diverse products. They hold the naming rights to the home of the Los Angeles Rams and the Los Angeles Chargers, named SoFi Stadium. They offer amazing checking and savings accounts where you can get up to 4.6% on savings accounts. There are no monthly fees to maintain the accounts, and they have over 55,000 no-fee ATMs around the United States. You even have access to a budgeting program, stock trading, and insurance programs. Join SoFi and get $25 for joining and or $25 for opening a stock trading account. Links are available in the description. And thank you. And lastly, I am not a financial advisor, so either find a professional financial advisor or go with your own gut. Whew, still looking at that Freddie Freeman home run, and boy, was that really just got out in a hurry, and you saw Shohei Ohtani giving him a high five for it. I would, especially when it's Freddie Freeman, arguably one of the best players in Major League Baseball, along with being already one of the best players with the Dodgers. He couldn't be any happier, chasing for a championship as if he already got one in Atlanta. Even Yankee fans liking Boston, and they're trying to deny it. It's a pretty fitting commercial. I feel like you're avoiding my comments. Yep. That's a flick of the switch thing to say, isn't it? And we are back from the break, and we got Gleyber Torres, Juan Soto. They are on the way. And where's my phone? Oh, there it is. Now the pitch. And that is outside for a ball. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike, 1-1. As we are looking at the 1-1, the pitch. And that is outside for a ball. Are you kidding? Are you sure? I don't know about that, man. We're looking at the 2-1. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2 on Gleyber Torres. The pitch. Low for a ball. Three and 2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul back. Aaron Judge is on deck. Now the pitch. And that is ball 4. Take your base. You got Gleyber Torres on base. And also, speak of the Giants, I actually have Russell Wilson on my fantasy football team. I'm sure he won't let me down, right? I would hope so. Aaron Judge is now up to the plate. No boos on him right now. And now the pitch. And that is a strike. I would hope so, because he's on my fantasy team, so I hope he does something really big. Juan Soto is 7 for 16. He's been playing outstanding in this postseason. Now the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Walker Buehler's struggling a little bit with the count right now. Maybe that 2-0 lead just isn't enough for the Dodgers right now, as it's not, because the Yankees stadium is a home run stadium. It's kind of funny that there's a Shohei Ohtani ad in a Yankee stadium, but it is a national thing. Juan Soto, 22-game postseason on base streak is what he's got right now. 10th of all time. Now we're looking at the 2-1 for Juan Soto. Now here is the pitch. And that is a strike. It's going to be a 2-2 on Juan Soto. In this postseason, he's batting .350. Juan Soto, the agent, Scott Boras, he's going to be pretty busy throughout this free agency handling his client, Juan Soto. And now we are looking at a 2-2 count on Juan Soto. And now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball to deep left field, and Teoscar makes the catch. And that's going to be one down, and Gleyber Torres is going to be forced to go back. And now here is Aaron Judge up to the plate. Now the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Big swing and a miss. And I said Aaron Judge was on deck. I stand corrected. He was in the hole. This postseason, only 2 home runs and 150 average. He's been atrocious. And now here's the pitch. And now we're looking at the 1-1 and the throwback to first, and it's not in time. And we're looking at the 1-1. 19 strikeouts and 40 at-bats. He's been terrible. He's really got to pick it up. And now we're looking at the 1-1 to Aaron Judge. Now the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. It's going to be a 2-1, and it's almost like getting a walk would just be a wild success for Aaron Judge at this point. Unfortunately so. And now the pitch, and fouls it back. Aaron Judge has got to find a way to get on base, or at least get on base. Got to do something, because he ain't doing anything right now. Now we're looking at a 2-2 for Aaron Judge. The pitch, low for a ball, 3-2 on that knuckle curve. And now it's a full count on Aaron Judge. We're looking at a 3-2. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Aaron Judge continues to struggle throughout the World Series. Hasn't really been doing much at all. Oh, just watching Aaron Judge play like this, absolutely painful. Now the pitch to Stanton, that's going to be swing and a miss and a strike. Giancarlo Stanton batting .279. Been doing much better in this postseason than Aaron Judge. Couldn't do any worse. And now the pitch. Low for a ball, 1-1. And now the pitch. Nope, no pitch so far. We're looking at the 1-1. And here it is. Outside for a ball. That's going to be a 2-1 to count. Yeah, I know. It's true. Seeing Aaron Judge bat like this is what makes me think of Dodgers in 4. And can't have your surefire MVP candidate. And now here's a ground ball. That ain't going to get anything done. And that is going to retire the side. And Dodgers get out of that inning, and the Yankees continue to disappoint. You can't have your surefire MVP candidate bat like this on a grand stage, and that is the disappointment of Aaron Judge. It's true. You cannot play like this. It looks like for fantasy football, I'm going to win. I have the Steelers defense going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers and Russell Wilson as my quarterback. Had I just put in CJ Stroud or at least Jared Goff, this game would have been over by now. Auto Draft is going to win his game. He's going to go to 5-3. Seattle Water Bottles is going to go to... He is actually in track to win this game to make himself 4-4. Fan Price, he is already won this game. 8 equals D. He has somewhat of a chance to win, does he? He has Najee Harris. He has to get something big. He has to have a big game if he wants to win, or else he'll lose. And then CDs, TDs, he is already going to win to make himself 6-2. I'm on track to go 3-5. Can't believe I napped most of the day. I felt like I actually slept. It's safe to say that I actually slept in the afternoon. Oh, yeah, that's where I'm at. I was really, really tired. Now I'm just recovering. Weird commercials, man. It's a Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Yeah, but that Zero Sugar has a cost to it, doesn't it? Will Smith is leading off. Top of the second, and now the pitch. Outside for a ball. Will Smith is batting 159 with 2 home runs in this postseason. The premier catcher for the Dodgers. And now the pitch. And that is going to be up high for a ball. Now the pitch. Now here is a fly ball to deep right field, and Soto's going to be there to make the catch. It's crazy. Lazy fly balls can look like it's going to be deep. Like, Yankee Stadium really does give the idea. It's basically, in some ways, it's a poor man's Polo Grounds. Does anyone remember the dimensions of Polo Grounds from before? And I'll even show you... Here, I got to show you stadiums of what it looked like back then. And now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. I got to show you what the old Yankee Stadium looked like from a long time ago. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Looking for a good picture of the old Yankee Stadium. And now the pitch. And that is a strike. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs already in this inning. And that's going to be a strike. Just looking for a nice picture of the old Yankee Stadium, which I can't really find. And now the pitch. And that is going to be low for a ball. Now we're looking at the 1-1. Now the pitch. And a foul back. And this is to Kiki Hernandez, as we are looking at 2 outs, 1 and 2 so far. And they're doing that alarm. That Star Wars alarm is what they're doing. Now looking at the 1-2. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good inning for Clark Schmidt of the New York Yankees. And we are going to go to the top of the second. It is 2-0. Dodgers still hanging on. Now I just got to find a good picture of the Polo Grounds. At least a full picture of it. If I can even find it. All right, I found it, I think. All right, here is the Polo Grounds. That's what the Polo Grounds looked like, to give you an idea. Look how big that center field was. It was like 500 feet. So the Yankee Stadium was trying to kind of replicate that idea. And now here is the old Yankee Stadium before they tore it down. And boy, I have regrets not going to this stadium. And I wish they never tore it down. But I guess the Steinbrenner brothers just wanted to maximize profits. Yankee Stadium is one of the most expensive stadiums ever built in history, at least adjusted before inflation. And here's the old Yankee Stadium back in the basically pre-1976. That is what old Yankee Stadium looked like. Isn't that crazy how time flies? Man, where is my thing? Ah, there it is. I find it funny that they built the stadium for polo and everyone was like, weird baseball field, but we'll take it, I guess. Yeah, pretty much. Some famous moments. The 1954 Willie Mays catch, where he literally ran his butt off for that. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. Willie Mays Played much of his career at the Polo Grounds, as he was a member of the New York Giants and then the San Francisco Giants. As we are looking at the 1-0 for Chaz Chisholm Jr. Now the pitch. And that is going to be a ball. 2-0. And now the 2-0. And now the pitch. And that is a strike. And that is going to be a 2-1 count. Now the pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. 3-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up, and that's not going to get anything done. But we got running is Kiki Hernandez, and he makes the catch. Now we're looking at 1 out so far. Now here is the pitch. That is up high for a ball for Volpe. He's batting 243. That's Anthony Volpe batting 243 in the postseason. Only 2 RBIs. 0 for 8 in the World Series, though, unfortunately. And now the 1-0. And that's going to be in there for a strike. So we are looking at the 1-1. Now the pitch. And that is going to be a strike. And that's going to be a 1-2 the count on Anthony Volpe. As we are looking at 1-2. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. 2-2. Walker Buehler at 31 pitches so far. I would say that is more than what he would like. Especially at the pace he's going. Now the 2-2. And that's going to be a ball. 3-2. Will Smith tried to sell it to him, but nothing doing. Found an old picture of Polo Grounds being dismantled. Wonder when they dismantled Polo Grounds. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down he goes. Not good. As our Yankees have already suffered to 2 outs already. They haven't even recorded a hit yet. Polo Grounds was 483 feet. Also, their left center and right center field were pretty unforgiving too. Now the pitch. And that is a strike. And now the pitch. And that is outside for a ball. When Polo Grounds was demolished and a public housing complex, the Polo Grounds Towers was built on the site. And now the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Actually, now I'm curious what Polo Grounds is being occupied as right now. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is a 1-2-3 inning for the Dodgers. Polo Grounds was literally right across Yankee Stadium. That's the funny part. And that's the old Yankee Stadium. Now it's called the Easton Gene Howard Field. Now it's just a public baseball field. Still trying to figure out what Polo Grounds is occupied as now. called the Polo Grounds home plate. Considered a historical landmark. Nothing more than just a basketball court. It's really just a bunch of housing things in that entire area. New York City housing. So it looks like it's a low income housing place. Are you looking to optimize your office, studio, or man cave? The Glance LED ticker may be for you. It is a customizable LED display providing real-life sports scores, stock prices, crypto, the news, and even the weather. Use my promo code RoofTopSports to get 10% off the purchase, and thank you. Playing that New York song. It's pretty cool that they're mixing up all these rap music. It's kind of cool what they're doing. Two coasts, one crown, the World Series. Los Angeles and New York. Now I want to sing New York. I think it was Empire State of Mind. That's what the song was called. Song was released in 2009. Talk about a very old song. I'm going to do a sing along with it. And I know you guys are going to hate me singing it. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. Now the pitch. Now is Tommy Edman, and that's going to be a ball. Ball 2. As we are looking at 2-0 for Tommy Edman. Now the pitch. Up high for a ball. 3-0 the count. Now looking at the 3-0, and now the pitch. Ball 4, take your base, and now you got Shohei Ohtani up to the plate, which could cause problems. So Polo Grounds is basically a bunch of nothing. It's really just who knows? It's really nothing, just a bunch of old real estate, really. Now we're looking at the 2-0. Or I'm sorry, the Shohei Ohtani's up to the plate. Now the throw to first, and it's not in time. Trying to get an idea where the Yankee Stadium is from the Mets Stadium. And now the pitch. And it's up high for a ball. The pitch to Ohtani. going to be outside for a ball. Ball 2. Clark Schmidt struggling to find any kind of a strike. Wow. If you drive, it's only 15 minutes from each other. If you can drive from Yankee Stadium to Citibank Field. Another pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Wonder where the old Shea Stadium was. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Shohei Ohtani. Is that injury to him? It's really making it clear that he is just not 100%. Now we are looking at the 2-2. I almost wanted to call a balk on that on Clark Schmidt. Oh, yeah. He really faked them out. Now the pitch, and the runner goes, and here's a ground ball, and it's going to be just a throw to first in time. So it was basically a glorified bunt for Shohei Ohtani to move the guy over to second base. And now we got Mookie Betts up to the plate. Now the pitch. And it's going to be inside for a ball. Looks like, yeah, there's speculation that he may not even let Freddie Freeman even take a bat because he already hit a home run. He's already been killing the Yankees. Now the pitch. And that is going to be a ball. 2-0 the count. Now we're looking at 2-0 for Mookie Betts. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Not much going on for Monday Night Football between the Steelers and the Giants. It's only 6-6. Now we're looking at 2-1 the pitch. And now it's a fly ball foul. This game's been pretty uneventful other than that Freddie Freeman home run. As we are looking at 2-2 for Mookie Betts. Freddie Freeman on deck. And now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. And is that going to be playable for the first baseman? Looks like he is there. And he doesn't make the catch. It was 2 out of reach for him. And it's going to be strike 2. We're going to try this again. Nearly hit a camera, too. Now we're looking at 2-2. Now the pitch. Fly ball foul. Now the 2-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be full count 3-2. Fouled again. We're looking at a 3-2 count so far. The pitch. Now here is a blooper to right field, and that is going to drop in for a base hit, and that is going to score in a run, and the Dodgers extend their lead to a 3-0 lead as Tommy Edman scores on a bloop single by Mookie Betts. And the Dodgers are continuing to break this one open as if it's going to be pretty tough. Yankees are pretty much now getting much in a very much more of a tough spot as if it already is. Not a very favorable situation right now, isn't it, for the Yankees? And Tommy Edman was on the run for that one. Now here's Freddie Freeman. They're still going to pitch to him. And that is going to be a ball. Freddie Freeman's homered all 3 games. As we're looking at the 1-0, the pitch. Outside for a ball, 2-0. Jay Trident podcast should be coming on within the next 2 innings. As we're looking at 2-0 with 1 out. Now the 2-0 for Freddie Freeman, the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. And you can see Clark Schmidt's trying to pitch away from him. They should have just walked him. But why didn't they? Are they also scared of Teoscar Hernandez as well? As we are looking at a 3-0 for Freeman. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike this time. As we are looking at 3-1 for Freeman and the throw to first. And that is not in time. We're looking at 3-1 for Freeman. And now the pitch. And that's going to be ball 4, take your base. And Teoscar Hernandez is going to be up, has a chance to really break this one open. They're showing Freddie Freeman from his days with the Atlanta Braves. They're talking about the Kirk Gibson home run, which, by the way, I do have a video on that Kirk Gibson home run. Now I've just got to send that video over. Now the pitch. And that is a strike. Can't believe the way I slept in the middle of the day. I literally just took a huge nap. And we're looking at the 0-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. And nothing doing on this one. He makes the catch. And now it's going to be up to Max Muncy to extend this inning. And the lead for the Dodgers. He's got 2 former MVPs now on base. Aaron Boone's looking Well, not looking any happy. Funny thing is, both of the last two managers for the Yankees were former Yankee players themselves, and both of them competed in the World Series. Aaron Boone being in 2003, where he, especially when he hit that game-winning home run against the Boston Red Sox in Game 7. And then after that, and then before that, you had Joe Girardi, who hit an RBI triple in Game 6 of the 96 World Series against Atlanta. Now here is Max Muncy, and that's going to be low for a ball. That's going to be a 1-0 for Max Muncy. Max Muncy 0 for 1, batting .200 with 3 home runs and 5 RBIs. Now we're looking at the 1-0. And now the pitch. And Muncy takes it for a ball. That's going to be 2-0. And now the pitch. It's going to be in there for a strike. And I'm going to get my thing. Be right back. Also going to watch Monday Night Football, and a swing and a miss, strike 2 on the Max Muncy. Max Muncy looking at a 2-2. And the Steelers score a touchdown. Hope Russell Wilson threw that touchdown. Yes, he did. George Pickens with the touchdown. And now we are looking at 2-2, and it's still frozen at the moment. Already got Mark Leiter Jr. in the bullpen. His father was Al Leiter, or Mark Leiter. The pitch. That is inside for a ball, as Al Leiter was actually he was the pitcher for the Mets, who is known to be the uncle. As we are looking at a 3-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch to Muncy. And now here is a liner fouled. As we are looking at a 3-2. And the pitch. Ball 4, take your base. And now the bases are loaded. And I think it's going to be for Will Smith, who is up to the plate. And Aaron Boone has seen enough. Doesn't even get through the 3rd inning. Wow. Yep, Aaron Boone's going to call to the bullpen. And with that, I am going to go on a bathroom break. Probably should be a whole minute long.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
Whew. Where am I? Did I miss anything? Not really. And I needed that touchdown by Russell Wilson. And now here is Will Smith up to the plate. Outside for a ball. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. I'm also watching Monday Night Football at the same time, too. Will Smith, career with the bases loaded, has a grand slam home run, batting .328. Top of the third, 2 outs. And now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball, and Trevino couldn't really sell it to him. New York Yankees trying to find a way to get out of this inning and to try to score so they can win this game and to make it 2-1 series lead for the Dodgers. And now the pitch. Up high for a ball. And now we're looking at the 3-1. Three-one pitch. And that's going to be strike two, the full count. Crowd up on their feet. Not as exactly loud as you would be used to, especially old Yankee Stadium. And now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball right to the pitcher, Leiter. And he goes to first, and that is in time. And Yankees get out of it, but Dodgers add in another run. So it's going to be 3-0 Dodgers. And now, time for me to sing Jay-Z's Empire State of Mind featuring Alicia Keys. Yeah. Yeah, back to that. I had Becca right next to De Niro. I'll be hooting forever. I'm in Sinatra. Since I made it here, I can't make it anywhere. They love me everywhere. I used to cop in Harlem. Hola, McDonald's. I'm so bad at singing. McDonald's. like the splash spot, 560 Straight Street. Each Simmons at the Pay Street. Cruising down the 8th Street. Off-white Lexus. Driving slow, but because he's from Texas. Me, I'm fine. My singing is really bad. A billboard. I bought my boys with me. And the Yankees. The Knicks. The high fives. Snake. Oh! In New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. It's nothing you can't do. All up New York. These streets will make you feel brand new, and lights will inspire you. Let's hear it for New York, New York, New York. And the Yankee games, the Yankees was famous in the Yankee can. You know, I bleed blue. I was under the crypto. I can't sing this. Stories there. Things like make it. Man, rapping is so hard. Long and Pain, Dwayne Wade. Say a smart card. Marley. Like rest in peace, Bob Marley. Statue of Liberty. Long live the World Trade. And in New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now learn New York. These streets will make you feel brand new. Big lights will inspire you. Let's hear it for New York, New York, New York. And nobody wanted to hear me sing, huh? Yep, isn't that great? That's great. No one likes me singing, especially Flick of the Switch. That's why he's not on the show right now, isn't he? And we are back from the break. And now here's the pitch. And that is going to be a strike. And I don't even think the Yankees have even gone through their entire lineup, as we got Jose Trevino up to the plate, the former All-Star from 2022. As we are looking at the 0-1 and now the pitch. And that is going to be a strike. And that's going to be an 0-2 count. 0-2. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Jose Trevino, and now we've got one out for the Yankees as we are in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and Yankees are completely struggling. Now the pitch, and that is a strike. And now the pitch. And there's a line drive foul. Verdugo, number 9. And we are doing the 0-2. And the 1-2. And a ground ball foul. Camera is going to Aaron Judge. It shows that he is struggling. And we are looking at a 1-2. And we're looking at the pitch. And that is a foul ball. And now we're looking at 1-2 for Torres. The 1-2 for Verdugo. And now the pitch to Verdugo. And strike 3 called. Down he goes. And 2 outs already. Now we got 2 outs already. Now we've got Gleyber Torres, now the pitch. And that is a strike. Two outs, 0-1. And that is a strike. That's going to be a ball, 1-1. Didn't realize how tough it was to wrap. And now we're looking at the 1-1. And that is low for a ball. Need Russell Wilson to do something. I'll take that. As we are looking at a 2-1 count on Gleyber Torres, as he is actually ahead of the count. The pitch. Up high for a ball, 3-1. Now the pitch. And ball 4, take your base. And now you got the big boys up. Juan Soto's up to the plate. Now he's got a chance to really do some damage. He's got to get something going. Get the Yankees on the board at least. At least make this interesting. Even the umpires can't even script their way out of this. As we are looking at an 0, we're looking at 2 outs so far for Juan Soto. And now the pitch. And that is outside for a ball. Postseason batting .341 with 4 home runs and 9 RBIs. And now here is the pitch. Now it's a ground ball, and that's going to be the 3rd out. And nothing doing for the Yankees as they go to the top of the 4th inning. And, well, since the Yankees can't entertain us, I'll do my best to entertain all of you. Let's do it. Blinders, they can't step out of the bounds quick. The sidelines is landlines casualties. Who sip this constantly? They gradually become worse. Don't bite the apple eve. Caught up in the in crowd. Now that you're in style, into the winter gets cold. In vogue into your skin out. City of sin, pity on a whim. Good girls gone bad. City's filled with them. Miami took the bus trip. Everybody ride her just like the bus route. Wow. Hail Mary to your wow. And Jesus can't start life at church. I can't even see because these lyrics are these things are in the way. In New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. New York. These streets will make you feel brand new. These lights will inspire you. Let's hear it for New York, New York, New York. One hand in the air in the big city. Street lights, big dreams on looking pretty. Oh, place in the world could compare now. Put sliders in the air and say, yeah, 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 yeah. In New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. You're now in New York. These streets will make you feel brand new. Big lights will inspire you. Let's hear it for New York, New York, New York. I did the best I possibly could. And nobody was there to see it, unfortunately. Or at least make fun of me. I can't even get that. What song makes you think of New York? Well, that song certainly does. Oh, I got a song I can do. I'm going to do that Sopranos song. Remember the Sopranos? Oh, I got to do this. I got to do this. I'll probably do it on the next commercial break. And now we are back from the break. And now it's going to be a ball. Hey, TK was there. Hey, TK, I'm going to do the song for the intro of The Sopranos. You tried harder than the Yankees today, I guess. I'll take that. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. As we're looking at the 2-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball 3. Yankees continue to struggle. And now we're looking at 3-0. Now the pitch. And that is going to be a strike. And now we are looking at the 3-1. Ball 4, take your base, and Gavin Lux will get on base for a walk. As we are looking at next batter, that was Gavin Lux. And now the pitch. Now we are looking at the 1-0 and the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. And Trident Podcast is going to be there from 15 to 20 minutes. Looking forward to his appearance to give me some vibes. And now we are looking at the 1-1. Oh, and the throw back to first. Not in time. And now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball 2-1. And Leiter's doesn't seem to be pitching any other better either. Now the pitch. And now here is a liner, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. Now you got runners on first and second. Now they'll go to third, and the throw to third is not in time. And now you got the runners on first and third in the corner with still nobody out. And the Dodgers, they are seeming to be on a running riot. And now we've got next up to the plate. It's going to be Kiki Hernandez, they call him. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. As he tried a bunt, but didn't do it. Postseason's been batting .365 with 2 home runs and 13 RBIs. Now the pitch. Now here is a bunting attempt. It's a beauty. And the throw to the plate. And it is in time. And the Dodgers this time will not score. They tried the squeeze bunt attempt, but didn't be doing. Did Russell Wilson seriously throw an interception? Oh, Darius Slayton. Okay, never mind. It was not an interception. I thought it was. I thought that was an interception. there's an argument that he actually might be safe. Looks like they're reviewing the call right now. Giants are fighting for their lives. I think he's out. Trevino made that block. Can't really tell. I certainly wouldn't want to be the review guy. They're still reviewing the call right now. Runner is out. Didn't seem to be enough evidence to be safe. Looks like they're making a pitching change, aren't? Yep, they are making a pitching change. Let me guess. They're doing a lefty. Yep, they are doing a lefty-lefty. This isn't going to go well. Nope. Yankees are pretty much done at this point. It seems like it. Oh, trying to do that Sopranos song, shall I? Woke up this morning, got yourself a gun. Mama's always said that you'd chosen one. She said you got burned to shine, but you were born under a bad sign with a blue moon in your eyes. Woke up this morning, all the love has gone. Your papa told you about that right and wrong. But you're looking good, baby. I believe feeling fine. Shame about it. Born under a sign with a blue moon in your eyes. Tell me now. Woke up this morning, got a blue moon in your eyes. I woke this morning. That blue moon, that blue sand. Woke up this morning. Blue moon in your eyes. You woke this morning. You woke up this morning. The world turned upside down. Things have been the same since the Blues walked into town. But you're the millions. I said, gosh, just shine. Shame about it. Born under a bad sign with a blue moon in your eyes. Woke up this morning. Got blue moon. Got blue moon in your eyes. Woke up this morning. Now, woke up this morning. Blue moon. Got blue moon in your eyes. You woke this morning. Help yourself. And then everything has. And now we are back from the break. Shohei Ohtani is now up to the plate. Nestor Cortez is up here. He did play in game one, and he did lose that grand slam home run. I believe that's what it was. Now here is Shohei Ohtani, and now the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and that was more like a foul ball. And that's going to be a strike one. Now we are looking at an 0-1. And now the pitch. And that is going to be a ball, 1-1. As we are looking at the 1-1. And now the pitch. And that is a strike. We're looking at 1-2. Looking at the 1-2 for Shohei Ohtani. And now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be a 2-2. Ohtani has a chance to really extend this game and really a good chance to put the Yankees away. As we're looking at 2-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. That's going to be a 3-2 count. Now the pitch. And he reaches it for a pop fly, but it's fouled. As we're looking at a 3-2 for Shohei Ohtani, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to be 2 outs. Now you got Mookie Betts up to the plate. Now it's up to him to see if he can extend this. Now the pitch to Mookie Betts. And now here is a fly ball to left field, but that is made the catch by the left fielder, Verdugo. And that's going to retire the side. Yankees get out of a jam, and now they're going to the bottom of the 4th inning. Oh, gotta sing. This morning. Woke up this morning. Woke up this morning. My mama said chosen one. Help yourself. Woke up this morning. Woke up this morning. Got yourself a gun. Woke up this morning. Got yourself a gun. Got yourself a gun. Got yourself a gun. The Sopranos. SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RoofTopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you. Man, at this point, I just want this game to be over because it looks like the Yankees aren't really doing anything, and we are back from the break. And by the way, Yankees haven't even recorded a hit, so right now the Dodgers are pitching a no-hitter. Now here's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Now the pitch. Now here's a fly ball to deep left field, and it lands right on Teoscar Hernandez, and I jinxed it. In a little Yankee stadium, he can't even hit a home run there. It looked promising. It's got a little bit under it. Fans were getting a little bit excited about that. Walker Buehler is handling him pretty well. Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. And a swing and a miss. Looks like the Yankees are just trying to hit the home runs, but really just try to get someone on base. 6 home runs this postseason. Now the pitch. And now here is a fly ball to left field, and that will drop in for a base hit. And will Giancarlo Stanton go to second base? The throw to second base, and not in time. And Giancarlo Stanton gets on base with a double to try to get something going for these Yankees. Now here's Jazz Chisholm Jr. up to the plate. And now the pitch. And that is going to be a strike. 0-1. And now we're looking at the 0-1, and now the pitch. And now here is a line drive, and that is a diving stop by Mookie Betts. And Giancarlo Stanton will stay at second base, unfortunately. 2 outs for the Yankees now. Yankees fans at bars right now trying to pack those drinks in. Oh, man. The Korean pizza boy never disappoints me, doesn't he? Now the pitch. And that is a strike. Now the pitch. That's going to be a ball. The 1-1. It's going to be a foul ball. Now the 1-2. Outside for a ball, 2-2. Two. And a foul ball again. Volpe is continuing to foul. As we're looking at the 2-2 for Volpe. Now the pitch. Now here is a line drive, and that's going to drop in for a base hit, and waving in is going to be Giancarlo Stanton. The throw to the plate, and that is in time. and perfectly thrown by Teoscar Hernandez. And the side is retired. Maybe that was a little bit questionable to wave him in. Giancarlo Stanton didn't really pick up any steam on that one at all. Wow. Didn't like that one, I'll tell you that. Boone must be real desperate to relay an old man staying legs. That's good, TK. Oh, that's good. That's real good. Oh, man, that's how sleepy I am. Literally hibernated like a squirrel today. I should probably sleep after this game. That's how desperate they are. That was really pathetic. Anyone got some songs that remind me of you? Oh, wait. Nope. Never mind. Don't have to sing. I got this guy. How you doing? It's been too long.
I know. I thought I was going to get some singing there for a minute. I was looking forward to it, actually.
I sang Empire State of Mind by Jay-Z and Alicia Keys and the intro to The Sopranos show.
Oh, yeah. That's a great one. Woke up this morning. The real song
Bought yourself a gun.
Have you ever heard the real version of it's not a lot different. It's the same lyrics, but it's not as like upbeat as the version they used in the show, if that makes sense.
In Sopranos?
Yeah,
there was there was the upbeat with like the choir, and then there's like a very like dark, it's like much more dark and like more like laid back.
Yeah, the real song is kind of more like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like kind of like, yeah, it's just darker. That's a good way to put it. It's a little bit of a darker theme. It's
like darker and laid back at the same time.
Yeah, yep.
No, I like that. I was singing the actual one.
There you go. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I like them both.
I like the dark one, but it depends on my mood, I guess.
There you go.
But yeah, this game, the Dodgers, they're up 3-0. Teoscar Hernandez throws a guy out. Where was that Teoscar in Seattle? Remember, he just lets a ball go right through him.
And then we said, well, Mitch Haniger won't be any worse than that was like first video we did. And then he let a ball go right by him. So it was
because of that Cleveland game. And I remember when he hit the home run, I was like, okay, 2021 Mitch Haniger's here. Nope. Never happened.
No,
he was
just cooked.
He was creeping with 2010 Ken Griffey Jr. numbers.
Yeah, he's definitely closer to 2010 Griffey than 2021 Haniger. I will take 2024 Haniger over 2010 Griffey, but
it's not saying much.
He was probably more like, no, he was worse than 09 Griffey. 09 Griffey wasn't too bad.
09 Griffey was okay. He was at least there for the vibes. The 1-0 and a swing and a miss, and they are going to pitch to Freddie Freeman. And the last time Cortez pitched to Freeman, hit that grand slam, he pulled a Kirk Gibson. Freddie Freeman's the reason why I got no sleep. Another pitch. And that is a ball. I made that video in a total of 3 hours. Okay, maybe 4 hours. Because I spent like an hour with scripting and recording and about 3 hours of editing. And now here's a ground ball right to Jazz Chisholm. Oh, he bobbles the ball. And the Yankees just look completely lost. I mean, come on, Yankees. I'm not saying I want you guys to win. I just want a 7-game series to help grow my channel, and you Yankees aren't helping, especially when you have your third base coach or their third base coach waving in a slow Giancarlo Stanton with 2 outs.
It's been a great postseason, but unfortunately, I mean, game 1 was great, but 2 and 3 are looking just kind of bleak here. So it's really been a great postseason. It really has been.
Really has. Much better than last season. Yeah. The only one that was memorable was the Houston-Texas series.
Yep. And
everything else was a blur. Game 1 World Series, too. And now here's Teoscar. And now here's a fly ball to left center field, but Judge is there and he makes the catch. And that's going to be 1 out. And how's your channel been? I haven't seen it as much. There's like a show once in a while with like Mariner Sir, but that's really it.
Yeah, I've been kind of taking a break. I'm honestly a little burnt out right now, and I'm not doing much Seahawks coverage, and they've been frustrating. And it's just kind of we were even joking when, we were going to do a show last week or this, I forget. Yeah, last week about the Mariners. And even when we couldn't do it, it was just kind of like, there's just not a lot to talk about right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to do something probably next week, have a show up. I've definitely lost some subs here in the last couple of weeks. But it's just not a lot to talk about right now for the Mariners. And I haven't been as into the baseball playoffs, to be honest, during football season. So not much going on right now. It's a slow time over at Jay's Trident, that's for sure.
It could be worse. You could have a lot more responsibilities like I do. Like, I'm actually editing videos.
Yeah.
I'm doing other sports. It's gotten to the point that I hired a virtual assistant. That's how.
Oh, nice.
That's how exhausted I got. I was like, I don't want to keep editing. I want someone else to do it for me. As long as my assistant follows the script, I'm okay with it.
Right. Have you had any videos that they've done yet that they worked on that you released?
She did my thumbnail for my Kirk Gibson video. And when I saw it, I was like, wow, I definitely got my money's worth. I'll show you. Actually, you know what? I could,
yeah, if you have
I'll just show you on my phone.
Okay. I can pull it up too.
I'll just download it. But yep, and obviously if we go to like gains and losses, obviously I have lost a lot of money, but do I care about that? No. I just want to make
it looks good.
Just want to make good content. Oh, you saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what she did, and I will show you exactly what it looks like. When I saw it, I was like, whoa, that was like better than any other thumbnails I ever made combined.
Seahawks one's good too. I don't know if she did that one, but
I made that one. But yep, there it is. Kirk Gibson, Oral Hershiser, and the great Tommy Lasorda.
Tommy Lasorda. You don't see managers like Tommy anymore.
No, especially when he beats up a Phillies mascot for making fun of him. Oh, and check this out. A New York relic right here. Do you know what this stadium is?
Oh, yeah, that's the Polo Grounds right there.
500 feet center field. Here's the old Yankee Stadium. And the stadium that I should have went when I was a kid.
If anybody plays, I haven't played MLB The Show in a while, but I used to always do one season where I'd make all the home games for my team in the Polo Grounds just to see what kind of numbers they would put up, because it's weird because like down the line, it's like 230. So you can pop it up and it's like out, but then the dead center, it's just, but you get a lot of inside the park home runs because by the time your outfielder's chasing down, you're like at rounding third base. So you get some really high scoring, but you also get some really low scoring. It's weird. It's weird.
When I played MVP Baseball 2005, whenever I played some New York Yankees games, when I was with the Mariners, I sometimes did the Polo Grounds. And weirdly, I still didn't really hit as much home runs as I wanted to. And now here's a pop fly from Rizzo, and Mookie Betts is there and he makes the catch. And if the Yankees don't make a comeback, I'm going to be very disappointed, because actually he will be more disappointed. Look at him. He's not happy. He wants a Yankees victory.
Yeah, the Yankees need to get this one. I mean, it's amazing how much, pivotal a game 3 is when it's 2-0. I mean, the Yankees win it, series on, right? Like they're right back in this thing. But if they lose, they're
going to have to ask Terry Francona for some advice on how to get off of a 3-0 deficit. And it's certainly not going to be slapping someone's glove out, the pitch. And that's a strike. Remember Derek Jeter after that? He's like, nah, he was safe. Come on, he was safe. It's like, no, he slapped the ball. Oh, he slapped the guy's arm, A-Rod, and on Bronson Arroyo, and now the 1-1. And that is a strike.
I remember watching it live and kind of being like, you couldn't really see it live right away, and the replay was clear. I was like, oh my God, they botched it. The Yankees are coming back. It was wild. That was fun.
That was fun. That's when literally the entire nation became Red Sox fans for a split second.
Yep.
And because of that, everything changed. Yankees aren't exactly the badass bad guys they used to be.
Yeah, really not.
I mean, you still don't even feel it today, unfortunately. Like the Reds, like the Astros, you could feel the bad guy vibes. The Yankees it just doesn't feel the same. And I think I blame the stadium because their stadium is cringe to look at. I saw this documentary on the new Yankee Stadium being built. A lot of all like the young millennial Yankee fans are like, oh yeah, this is so cool. And then all like the boomers and the Gen Xers like, no, this stadium is not for Yankee fans. It's for bandwagon Yankee fans.
Well,
now we got a ground ball, third base to throw to first, and in time. You were saying?
Yeah, and maybe this is just me when I was younger having this feeling, and anybody in the chat or rooftop, you can correct me. I remember, and obviously the Mariners were much worse at the time, but like, well, not like anywhere from like 2000 to 2009 or 10 or something like that. Some good Mariners teams in there. But when you went to Yankee Stadium, I remember being nervous for those games because just it felt like there was magic in that ballpark, and it was going to take every ounce of energy you had to even come close. Now, I'm not saying the Mariners have like played great in Yankee Stadium recently. I don't think they have, but I don't feel that way. I don't go into that stadium now and go, the mystique of the Yankees. Like you said, the crowd's not really there. I don't feel it. When I was growing up watching Mariners Yankees, it was like
I was scared.
Yeah, I was scared.
Even a regular season game, I was like freaking out.
I was like,
and now it's gone.
Yeah, it really is. And I don't even mean that as a dig on any Yankee fans watching this, but it's just, I don't know. It's a little bit, it reminds me kind of like Lumen Field with the Seahawks now. That mystique.
That's what it is. They changed. I blame the name change, but I also blame the real estate stuff because so many people are moving to Washington from New York, California. So that I can understand why there's such a diverse crowd in Seattle because so many of them are moving to Seattle because that's where all the techs are going. They're all moving to Seattle.
Yeah,
and now here's a fly ball to deep right field, and Mookie Betts makes the catch. What is new? But I was going to go back to that 2004 series. One thing I noticed, John Olerud was on that team, and after Game 3, especially when he got injured, they didn't win a game after that. Now, none of us are going to say that John Olerud would have been the stopper of the collapse, but when you lose a guy with a great glove and he still gets on base consistently, even at his 35 or 37-year-old John Olerud, still would rather have him than Tony Clark at first base. But there's a lot of Yankee fans that said, maybe John Olerud being hurt did not help.
It definitely didn't help. I'm with you. Can't be the sole reason, but he was having a good series. That was the year the Mariners DFA'd him and then released him. And he was actually, his power was zapped, but he was still an on-base guy. He still had a decent OBP. But that was when Bucky came up and everything. So
that was the Bucky year, and then Bucky's knees just betrayed him.
Man, but that we've talked about that 04 team before, but such a random team because like so many one-hit wonders. Bucky Jacobson, Bobby Madrich, the guys I was like legitimately excited for, and then just got hurt and never played again. Justin Leone,
never heard from him again. I mean, it didn't help when Adrian Beltre pretty much hijacked his job.
And Sexton too, but Bucky, I wonder if Bucky was healthy, would they have signed Sexton, so.
Or would they have put in Bucky as a DH, but we'll never know. But I wonder, that's why I'm trying to get Bucky on the show, because maybe he'll say, hey, if you were healthy, would Sexton have been there? Would you guys have been together? Or would Bavasi have gone one or the other? Who knows?
Sexton was from Seattle, right? Because he wanted to come. I remember a lot of people saying that was where they thought Sexton would go, was the Mariners or something. I was like 17, 18 at the time, so I wasn't like, and to anybody watching, we didn't have all the social media we have nowadays, so it was kind of like you had some chat rooms and stuff, but I remember people saying the Giants and the Mariners was the places they thought Sexton was going to sign. It was going to be one of those two.
He was an Oregon boy, but yeah, close enough.
Okay. Yeah.
It makes sense though, and everyone thought that I thought it was a slam dunk. Like I would still do that signing again if I had that opportunity. Just like Beltre, they were not bad signings. It was just Sexton everything kind of after that.
Yeah, Beltre for sure I would do again. And even Sexton, I'm with you. I don't think it was that And he fell off when the team fell off, and he had 2 years left on his deal. It's easy to get out of something like that. So it's just unfortunate the team. The one GM that spent was Bill Bavasi, but he couldn't build the team around the spending. It's
oh, man. And even if Bill Bavasi was allowed to spend now, he would still find a way to screw it up.
Yeah, and there was,
he would have gotten Cooper Hummel would have been signed to a 5-year contract. No, he would have been extended to a 5-year, and Pollock would have gotten a 3-year.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, and Bavasi did kind of inherit a bit of a mess, but he just made it a worse mess.
Will Smith, and that's going to be a strike, and this game continues to be a snore fest. The only exciting part was that Freddie Freeman home run, and I was like, that might have just knocked them out of it, pretty much. Yeah. Freddie Freeman's their terror. And now the 0-2. Now here is a line drive, and that is caught by the shortstop. Great catch, and that is the heir apparent to Derek Jeter, who makes the catch.
This pitcher's related to Kirk Cousins, isn't he? Because they were talking about that during the Seahawks-Falcons game.
I remember that. Yeah, you like that? You like that. And don't get me started with Seahawks. I didn't even want to make that post-game video. I literally BS'd that post-game show. I was like, I'm not really going to talk about the game. I'm just going to talk about how bad everything was. Geno Smith losing his cool. I really wish he didn't do it. I get it. Things are frustrating, but when you have the C on your jersey, you have to restrain yourself.
Restrain yourself. Yep.
Now, if you were not the captain, then sure, fine, whatever. And now we're looking at 0-1, the pitch. And that's a ball. You were saying?
Yeah, when you're down 4 touchdowns, I think Buffalo was baiting them. Of course they were. That's what the Seahawks used to do great. They would bait other teams. They'd beat them up and bait them. And the Seahawks fell for it. Then you had Jaron Reed and Derek Hall going at it.
Good old days when Branu Giacomini, although he probably led the team in holding, he made up for it by getting other guys in trouble. He probably said something. He says something really stupid, and then the guy snaps and he gets ejected.
He was such an instigator.
That's why he had value. Now the 1-2, but he was a bad O-line. Other than that, he was terrible. It wasn't great.
I don't know. Look at the O-line now. I'd kill for some Brano Giacomini.
Brandon Giacomini, John Moffitt smoking weed. I think that's why he retired.
Yeah, he had some weird things going on. That team was bad on the O-line. I would kill for that offensive line.
Robert Gallery blocking for Tavares Jackson when some cowboy guy literally just knocked him over.
Honestly, and I know we've switched to football. I'll let you call it baseball. Last thing I'll say about that O-line. That O-line is actually a perfect example of what the team needs now. They weren't great. They were probably mediocre at best, but you had some bulldogs on that line. They pushed people around a little bit. They weren't great. They gave up sacks. Russ was running for his life a lot, but they were just good enough to bully you and open up some lanes for Marshawn and let Russell do his thing. I would kill for that offensive line.
We all would.
Right yeah.
And we just missed a Gavin Lux getting hit, and looks like the Yankees have really lost control of this game. Yeah. They don't have it. We need to bring the old Yankee Stadium back and bring that swagger, that evil empire vibe. Mm-hmm. Oh, and a wild pitch. Here we go. And it was already a stolen base anyway. Did George Steinbrenner sign off on this stadium? He must have, but he certainly didn't sign off on the architecture. I miss the old Steinbrenner. I know a lot of people hate him, but I liked him because there's one thing he had. He had passion. He cared about his product, the 1-0. Now here's a ground ball, and that's going to get right through for a base hit, and I think that's going to score in another run, and it will, and the throw to the plate, and that is not in time, and the Yankees are continuing to just have a meltdown, and the Dodgers are just adding on no mercy.
Yeah, this is unless the Yankees got a miracle comeback in that, but they're superstars. I mean, Stanton and Soto have had a good series, but Judge has just been so disappointing. Chisholm, and they're not getting anything from their role players. One thing I said, we might have talked about it too, when I did my series preview for the Yankees way back in May, their offensive numbers were really good, but it is so carried by Soto, Judge. It's so top heavy. You look at the rest of the roster and you're like, now listen, I would kill to have Soto and Judge in Seattle. Don't get me wrong, but the Dodgers just so much more balanced.
They are. They definitely are. Even the bottom half, they still got some decent guys. The Yankees, after Chisholm, it's like Volpe, Rizzo, Trevino, Verdugo. Like Trevino, former All-Star 22, but that's it.
Yeah.
It's definitely, it's way too top heavy. At least Dodgers, they have, at least you guys have some guys to count on in the bottom half. I mean, we can't say much because we're Mariners fans because they don't have anything either.
Hey, I would kill to just be top heavy.
And would. I mean, Mariners had some top heavy lineups back then the last 2 years, and we are looking at the 0-1 and a swing and a miss, strike 2.
Actually, it's a good point. The Mariners have been top heavy, but they haven't been top heavy with Soto and Judge.
TK says he misses George Steinbrenner, but half of it as that he was the Artie Moreno of his day, and the Yankees weren't guaranteed 3 rings under him. I mean, I don't know. But one thing that is forgotten about the 90s Yankees that Steinbrenner was under, they didn't necessarily, their core of their team was not bought. Now that 1-2, and it's 2-2. Jeter was a homegrown, Bernie Williams was a homegrown, Rivera was a homegrown, Pettit was homegrown. The only player that they really bought in the 90s, it was actually just Paul O'Neill. He was like their supposed to be final piece of the puzzle. And then, of course, Tino was the other final piece. But Paul O'Neill was that final piece to complement for Don Mattingly. But then 95 happened, and the Mariners gave him a consolation prize of Tino Martinez and Jeff Nelson, and that's what really built the dynasty. So it was through very smart, sneaky trades. And now the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and a throw to second base, and that is in time. And I think that was a strike him out, throw him out double play.
Yep.
And we are going to go, is Dave Roberts going to review it? They're calling the video replay. Dodgers are playing absolutely, here's that. He's out.
Yeah, I think he's out.
Out by a mile, I must say. So it's not even worth going to commercial break. I mean, no, it's not even worth skipping commercial break for that.
And even when Steinbrenner was around, the Yankees were more fun to beat. It was part of the mystique. Like, so, if you're someone that doesn't like him, it was more fun to beat the Yankees when he was around because they'd always pan to him. It's like Jerry Jones. It's always fun to beat the Cowboys because they get to show Jerry 50 times a game sulking in the booth. So, even if you like those guys or don't like them, I do think they kind of make the sport better.
Remember there was like an alleged cheating by the Yankees that happened like 18 to 19, and no one really cared. They're like, yeah, whatever. When it was Boston got actually more attention than the Yankees did. Yeah. Oh, with Hal as the owner. Yep, Hal Steinbrenner, the son. It doesn't seem that they're trying as hard. No, they're
more generic. They're not as flashy.
No, George Steinbrenner was that flashy. Like, I heard there were times that him and Reggie Jackson got into beef, and like Billy Martin. That was George Steinbrenner. Like there was even a document, like a live like reality kind of show about it too, where they had some scary big overweight guy playing as George Steinbrenner. I thought the actor did it well.
That was on ESPN back in like 2003 or something. I forgot what it was called, but it was. It looks like I don't even think they challenged it, did they? Because it just went. We're back. I don't think they challenged it.
I think maybe Dave Roberts was like, okay, he's out.
Yeah.
Oh boy! So after the World Series is over, I think it's gonna be like Mariners nostalgic content. Of course, updating on off season. Korean soccer is coming up for me in November. So I'm still going to have a busy time, but at least I don't have to cover I feel like I have to cover a game every single day.
What is Korean soccer doing in November? What's going on in November? Is like a
World Cup qualifiers.
Is a qualifier. Okay.
I'm waking up at 6 a.m. for that.
Now the U.S. is automatically in, right? Because it's in the United States. So they automatically get Okay.
Mexico, Canada, and
Okay.
United
North
States
America.
are automatically in. Now it's a matter of everything else. Now, my prediction is there's going to be a lot of, I think we'll see a lot of marriages happening after that World Cup because an American man is going to meet someone from South America or Europe or Asia or wherever. So for the American men, they don't have to do the passport bros outside the country. They just get to do it in the World Cup.
There you go.
I'll be waiting for that statistic if there is one. And now the pitch. And that is low for a ball. That's going to be a 1-1. I better be married by then. I don't want to play that game. As we're looking at the 1-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. It's going to be 2-1. But that World Cup will be something to look forward to as 2-1 for Gleyber Torres. We're at the top of the lineup, the pitch. And ball 3, even I think the umpires trying to script their way out of it. I think they're trying.
All good rallies start with a walk.
Come on, let's make something happen. The pitch. Oh, it's a strike. Not this time. I also miss the good old days when, the Yankees were a heavy vilified team. I remember when I was a kid, everyone knew I was a Mariners fan, so they pushed my buttons by saying Yankees are the better team, and I always overreacted. And now look where I am. I don't even care. No one cares. And now we're looking at the 3-2 and the pitch. Now here's a ground ball right to second base, the throw to first in time. I did notice when I got older and then watching the Mariners under Bill Bavasi, when people kept saying, Joe, Yankees are the best, and it got to the point like, I don't really care because the Mariners were so bad, it wasn't even worth.
Yeah, like whatever.
It wasn't even worth having a pride. Capital One has donated $250K to the Jackie Robinson Foundation. Good to know. And now we're looking at Juan Soto, and now the pitch, and that is up high for a ball. 99-mile-an-hour fastball.
New pitcher.
Yeah, it is new pitcher. Can't even say his name, but he's got a big arm. The pitch to Soto, and that's 100-mile-an-hour fastball. And that is going to be a 2-0. Come on, Yankees, do something. And I'm not saying that just because Vader's watching me. We're looking at the bottom of the 6th, and that's going to be a strike. Soto's got to do something. And after that, if Judge is up, he's really got to do something because he's been massive disappointment. There were Yankee fans calling him to get booed. And I kind of...
Blast makes it a game.
As we're looking at 3-1 the count for Juan Soto. And people have been coming into the show ever since you came on, so it looks like you got the magic touch. But the good news was I didn't even need you on Friday for that. It already did itself to 3-1. And maybe ball 4, take your base. And now Aaron Judge is up to the plate. And can you hear standing ovations? Nah. Man, these Yankee fans just don't have it anymore. It's just gone. Either that the architecture of the stadium is just bad or the fans just are like, meh. Yeah. But man, like 90s and 2000s. Like, remember Mariners and ALCS? That was the scariest. Those were the scariest baseball games I ever saw.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, the crowd was rocking. I mean, Yankee Stadium was on fire.
Yeah. I see it on YouTube comments all the time. They all say, man, as Yankee fans, we really miss that old stadium.
Yep.
A video I'm planning to make if the Dodgers do win the World Series, I'm going to do a musical montage with Ice Cube's music, because Ice Cube was doing that pregame thing on Game 2. Today was a good day. And now here's Aaron Judge, and that's going to be taken for a ball. It's getting to the point that if Aaron Judge, if he walks, I think he'll get a standing ovation. That's how bad he's been.
Mm-hmm.
Now the pitch. Oh, no, it's a ground ball. Throw to second. But he was off the bag. Was he off the bag? Looks like I think everyone's safe. It's going to be reviewed.
I think Soto's out at second. I think they got him at second.
maybe they just don't care as much. People there for the open air party more than the game. Yeah.
I think I agree. I think in general, although I mean, now some stadiums have been rocking, but I do think that some places just it's people are, they get together for groups at home. They don't go to the games as much. You can see the games through so many different avenues. There's a lot more transplants in different states now, I feel like. So yeah, I think there's a lot of truth to that.
Look at Seattle. You can see the effects on transplanting.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad. Like for Texas, I don't think it would have been a big deal because Texas is that big, but in Seattle. And also, my other theory is maybe a lot of the Seahawks fans like go to the games like regularly in the pitch. Maybe some of them just moved on to like Eastern Washington, out of state. Like maybe many of those core Seahawks fans are just not there. Like, and some of those season ticket holders, they're just cashing out because look, if you see the cost of living in Washington, that's why I try to reason with some Seahawks fans who are like, yeah, maybe because cost of living's so bad, that's why some of our season ticket holders are just selling off their tickets. They just don't want to.
Not great.
Team's not great either. The 2-2. Oh, and here's a ground ball base hit to center field. Right. If only Juan Soto was safe at second base. Yep. But now looks like the Yankees are kind of out of ammo, unless who is up? That is Jazz Chisholm. I don't know. Can he handle it?
Base hit, no matter what, makes it interesting here.
Just make something happen, Yankees. Oh, here comes Dave Roberts. He's like, nope, I'm not going to deal with that. Come on, Yankees, do something. Remember 10 years ago, we would have been like, no, screw the Yankees. They have to lose at all costs. Now it's like, whatever.
Right.
I think A-Rod also added to that stigmatization, too. That also probably didn't help.
Yeah, I agree.
And even then, maybe it does seem to quiet down. Like, it got to the point where, if you saw Brock and Sock, they actually reached out. They actually got A-Rod on their show, and A-Rod explained everything. And he says he really wants to at least have some kind of reconciliation with the fans of Seattle, which I do think is overdue.
I do too. And I think back then when you didn't see those contracts as much, I think guys stayed home more. Now, I mean, look how often teams. I mean, does anybody call Bryce Harper a traitor for not staying with the Nationals? I mean, I'm sure he's booed by Nationals fans. And I'm not against that, right? Like, a guy comes back, give him boo. It's part of the fun and everything. But yeah, at this point now, like, I think it's time to move on. A-Rod was a great player for this team. I mean, I've never really understood, like, and I'm not trying. I love Griffey, but like Griffey demanded a trade. A-Rod just signed for who gave him more money, yet it seems like A-Rod's more vilified for that. And Griffey demanded to be to the Reds. He didn't even like give them a chance really to find another team.
They even offered him at the time the biggest contract in baseball history, and he still said no. Now, granted, when he went to the Reds still gave him a better contract. They basically Bobby Bonilla the contract, but the point was the Mariners actually tried to keep him because he was the center. He was the core of the team. And he says, like, nope, I'm going home. A-Rod, Mariners just didn't really. Well, when you're going up against the likes of Scott Boras and you're run by Howard Lincoln, who doesn't really negotiate with the big boys like Scott Boras, what do you expect? And also, I think it helps when social media is out there. So that means more people get understanding of the business. Like back then, we were just reading newspapers where basically they were protecting, like Seattle Times heavily protected the likes of the Howard Lincolns back then. Like they went, maybe like one or two were criticizing, like Larry Stone, I think was part of it, and Jeff Baker. But aside from that, there was like Bob Finnegan. He was literally their PR guy.
Mm-hmm. That's a great point. You didn't have all the avenues we had today. And then you also had back, like today, I don't think a team like Texas back then would sign A-Rod. Because now teams are a little smarter. Back then, it was like, oh, just get A-Rod. It's going to put butts in the seats. Today, teams are a lot more strategic with how they spend their money, when they're closer to going for it. The Rangers were kind of a bad team that just got it. It's like the Rockies signing guys. It's like, oh, okay.
Tom Hicks. He was the owner, and now they have a much more stabilized ownership. And now they're actually trying to cut costs. At least they're trying to get rid of DeGrom. I remember there was that title, like, they're trying to get rid of a big payroll player. And I was like, who is it? Jacob DeGrom. Oh, that's nothing. That's like, right. Who wouldn't want to try to get rid of Jacob DeGrom? Because unfortunately, his body's just not there anymore.
Correct. Yeah, exactly.
We're looking at 2-0 for Jazz Chisholm's ahead of the count. They've been on par with the runners in scoring position. It's just the Dodgers been able to find more, able to hit home runs. That's what it was. 2-0. And now here's the pitch to Chisholm. Ground ball foul. And you can tell that Chisholm was really going for it. And he was one of the players that guys like Marine Layer Podcast really wanted on this team. They really thought maybe the Mariners could feasibly go for the likes of Jazz Chisholm. They could have. I don't think it would have been the trade would have been any different unless the Yankees gave up a lot for him, but maybe it would have been something similar to like the equivalents of giving up for Randy Arozarena or Jimmy Garcia, because Mariners, now in hindsight, they gave up a lot for Jimmy Garcia. They gave up Clase for him. Now he may not even come back, as we're looking at 2-1 for Jazz Chisholm. And now the pitch. And now here's a line drive. No, it's going to be a ground ball. All right, this is for you, Yankees. This is exactly what you're going to get because you guys disappoint me. This is all you're going to get. Actually, no. I'm just going to do this. That was disappointing. That was brutal.
I was going to say something, too. You said something before I was going to respond to it, and I'm totally blanking on what you said.
What was it? So it was
Chisholm.
Jazz
Jimmy
Chisholm.
Garcia. And Jimmy Garcia, I mean, honestly, Jimmy Garcia may not be healthy enough to pitch next year. I mean, because there were some injuries, worries with the shoulder, right? I think, and he had some shoulder fatigue earlier in the year. So, who knows, if he'll even be on the mound next season. So I don't think he'll be back.
Well, there's the point. Yankees gave up as much for Jazz as we gave up for Jimmy and Randy. So we could have gotten the likes of Jazz Chisholm, and Jazz Chisholm would have been ideal because you could have put him at third base easily. And that means Luke Raley could have been used as like a right fielder. Then you would have had Robles to left. As much as I love Robles, I just don't want to bank that. I don't see him repeating everything he did in 24 because he's going to get figured out more. He's going to have a whole full season ahead of him. So it's going to be a lot more expectations on him.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be, I think he can duplicate it. Maybe not quite as good as it was, obviously, but yeah, it's going to be a lot more eyes on him. So yeah, I mean, I think you could have done the Jazz package for sure. I'm not going to fight it too much at the time. I liked the trades for Jimmy and Arozarena. I thought they were fine. Is Jazz a free agent at the end of the year? When's his contract up? Because that would matter.
Yeah, it's a good point.
I just don't.
Because Arozarena is on. Yeah, he's still on that rookie contract.
Yeah, hopefully one of the positives is you have him next year. We say that, and then the Mariners end up marinering it, but.
Chisholm is entering arbitration for next year.
Right. Oh, so he's
due for 2027. So they went on Arozarena because he had more years of club control. So yep, that's the Jerry Dipoto way. Flexibility. That's why Stanton loves him. That's why he kept him.
Well, Chisholm would have more years, right? Because Arozarena is a free agent after this next year, isn't he? Or am I
double? Let's find out.
So I think Chisholm has more.
Randy Arozarena, 4th year in arbitration. So still a free agent. Wow, he was actually worth more. So the Mariners didn't really go any cheaper than going for Jazz Chisholm. How ironic.
Liking. I mean, and who knows? One thing we always have to remember too with trades is while we can say like, I think that package would have matched, who knows? The Yankees may not have liked the package. That does matter. I'm not trying to, you guys all know I've said I would have moved on and made some changes, but that does matter. We don't know exactly what the Yankees would have. They might have said, no, we don't like that package for Jazz. So, or no, not the Yankees. Sorry. The Marlins. My bad. Sorry.
Marlins. Yep. And plus Yankees and Marlins have a big trading relationship. I think Jeter's still part of that ownership group. So maybe there's a part of that. He's like, yeah, I want to help you Yankees.
I think he left. I think he left the ownership group.
Did he?
I think so. Or no. Yeah, I think so. I think
know.
he did. I don't know.
Now the pitch to Otani, and that's going to be a foul ball. Oh, so he was the CEO and part league owner from 2017 to 22. So he must have like, nah, I don't like the Marlins.
That was fun for a few years. I'm done.
And we're looking at top of the seventh, 2-2 for Otani. He's been more of a decoy because of that injury, the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be a foul ball. And it's clear that he is pretty much decoy. His bat's just not there. That's why the Yankees have to win. Or I'm sorry, the Dodgers have to win so they don't have to worry about Otani so much. As we were looking at the 2-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and easily playable for Jazz Chisholm. And he makes the catch. And this game has, again, been very disappointing.
Yeah, not even really a fun blowout, because it's not like the Dodgers, you got like 15 runs or something that makes it, super fun. It's just kind of been a little bit of a snooze fest game. Not going to lie. What's the Monday Night Football game looking like? I'm going to pull up the score.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Now here's Mookie Betts. And that is up high for a ball. I only care about Monday Night Football because I have Wilson on my fantasy team. He's my third quarterback.
16-9 Steelers Giants. Not a surprise. Figured that game.
And I'm going to win. Yes. I had a 1-5 start, about to go 3-5. And there's this team called Seattle Water Bottles who never checks his team and in the pitch. And he's had a perfect season in fantasy football, if you know what I mean.
That's crazy.
He's had a perfect season, and he's about to go 4-4. And he doesn't even check. Like, his tight end, he has TJ Hawkinson. He still doesn't switch him out, and he's out. And I keep texting him like, dude, change your lineup. You actually have a good team. And he's like, okay, yeah, I'll get to it. Doesn't get to it. The pitch. And that is a strike 3-2.
I mean, you can get away with it if you're like tight end, because there are games tight ends have nothing burgers. That they're hard unless they're getting touchdowns to predict. You get away with a defense that's not very good, if they just get a bunch of turnovers. So, sometimes you can. Fantasy comes down to a lot of luck, unfortunately.
He has Josh Allen, Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon. So that's like his front load team. And he has Brock Purdy sitting on his bench. So he does have a good team. It's just, if he checks, he could actually be middle of the pack.
Yeah.
But he's about to be anyway. The pitch to Freeman. That's going to be a ball. I remember when he hit that home run. As soon as he hit that home run in game 1, I immediately thought Kirk Gibson. Immediately. As we're looking at the 1-0, the pitch. Oh, fouls it off of his foot. And when I did research on the 88 Dodgers, I didn't realize how much underdogs they really were. They had to go through the 88 Mets, where they had Darryl Strawberry, Lenny Dykstra, Gary Carter, Dwight Gooden, and David Cone. And we're talking young David Cone.
Yeah.
And then the A's, they had to go through Jose Canseco, Mark McGuire, Dennis Eckersley, Dave Stewart, Tony La Russa.
Dang. And
the Dodgers just somehow limped their way to a championship. And they won the rest of the series without Kirk Gibson. And he was their best player.
Yeah. That is crazy, because like I said, I don't, I was 2 years old when that happened. So from, you know what I mean? Like, and you don't realize going back, you just think that, oh, they must have been a favorite. But, you go back through history and find out some of these teams were actually, the underdogs. Same with Super Bowls and stuff. You think just looking at names, oh, I know who the favorite was, but you go back and look at the odds. It's kind of funny to look back on old Super Bowl odds.
Woo! Yeah, Tommy Lasorda. My favorite part of that home run, other than Kirk Gibson with his arm pumping, which is very iconic. What about Tommy Lasorda just running out of the dugout with his belly?
With
He's like, yeah! That's going to be popped up. We all miss the likes of Tommy Lasorda.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing he lived for that long, too.
How old was he? He was like 100, was it 98?
I think he was getting close to it. Yeah. And it's not like he took care of himself very well either. Now, here is a ground ball right to second base, the second throw to first. But yeah, Freeman's going to be safe. Tommy Lasorda was 93 years old. He had quite the longevity, considering, like, you could tell that he didn't seem to take care of himself very well, but he somehow still made it. I think it's because he was always happy. But don't forget, also he retired probably earlier than expected, I think. No, he had a long time, but Lasorda was like probably around his 60s when he retired.
Yeah, I think he retired in the early 90s.
96 was when he stepped down. Let's see. Alexa, what's 1996 minus 1927?
69.
He was 69. So yeah, it was time for him to retire, but he didn't really do anything after that. Yes, Russell Wilson with a touchdown pass, 29 yards. But my thing about the Russell Wilson, I would like to think that Seahawks fans might be regretting giving him the hate that he got in that Denver game. I wouldn't have booed. Now, the way he get out of Seattle, was that great? Of course not. It was pretty bad. I mean, he kind of made himself a fool of himself. But I still will always recognize what he did early in the decade.
I think he'd be cheered now. If Pittsburgh played Seattle next Sunday, I think he'd be cheered. I think it was the first game after he had kind of forced his way out of Seattle. I thought the boos were fine. I thought it was, I'm not a big booing person either, but I thought it was fair. I think today, I'd be disappointed if they were in town next week and he was booed. I'd be like, it's time to kind of like let it go.
On. And
listen, Denver didn't do anything with the trade. I don't think it hurts Seattle. Russ is not the player he used to be. I think he's been fine so far with Pittsburgh. I think he's a great fit for what Pittsburgh wants to do, not turn the football over, push, kind of dink and dunk their way down the field. But that long ball is just gone from Russ. So it's kind of one of those things that kind of just such a big trade that really kind of turned into a nothing burger. Seattle got some good picks out of it, but Seattle hasn't taken off from it. And Denver, when got Sean Payton, went to Bo Nix. So, it's just kind of funny how that trade ended up being.
It might just be a push. It might end up, well, as of now, Seahawks only win because they got the draft picks and Wilson became nothing. But in terms of how are both teams doing since that trade, it's pretty much a push between each other.
Yeah, exactly. I actually think Denver's probably a little bit better.
They might net better, yeah. But granted, it was a little bit of luck with Bo Nix. It was a lot of luck because he was going into a situation where, it's not like, Denver couldn't really tank either because, I don't know, yeah. And here's Clay Holmes. He is, as we are back from the break, here's Teoscar, the former Mariner, and that's going to get right through for a base hit. And Teoscar Hernandez will get on base for the first time, and that is, I just realized that the inning's still not over, and Freddie Freeman's going to third base, so Yankees are still threatening. They just want to get this over with. They do not want a 7-game series. And I think that Ohtani injury may have upped that urgency. Granted, Dodgers are a great team.
Yeah.
But there's a little bit of a factor. Could be that Ohtani's injury is like, okay, let's really get this done.
Yeah, and the Yankees got Clay Holmes pitching here. It's, I get they're trying to, you got to keep it 4-0. 4-0 at least gives you a chance. You can load them up and hit one out, but it's about over.
Max Muncy's up to the plate, batting 195. And after this inning, if you're still around, there's still going to be another song for me to sing, which I can, the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Max Muncy, their third baseman, took over for Justin Turner, as it seems.
Yeah.
Dodgers are hanging on to that 4-0 lead here in the top of the 7th. There is 2 outs. Now the pitch. And that is going to be low for a ball. Maybe that Freddie Freeman was... It really was a Kirk Gibson. Because after Kirk Gibson hit the home run, A's pretty much lost everything. They lost it all in that series. And now it looks like the Yankees are about to as well. The pitch... That was a bad swing by Muncy. He just got fooled badly as we're looking at 1 and 2. And each time on strike 2, they play that Star Wars Empire alarm.
Yeah.
Interesting. They try to think that they are the Empire, but they've kind of lost their swagger.
Right.
The 1-2 and the pitch. Like, you've noticed, like I've noticed this, like Yankees went to the World Series and nobody seemed to care. I think people were like, you know what? Maybe it'll be an exciting series because last year's was so bad. They're like, okay, fine. We'll take it.
Yeah. And it's ended up being just another, honestly, poor series, unfortunately.
And a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. I wonder if they're going to do the God Bless America. No, they won't. All right. Time for the 7th inning stretch, and I can do it now because Flick of the Switch ain't there. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. So let's root for a 7-game series. If that don't happen, it's a shame. Please go to 7 games. My YouTube needs help growing. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're out at the old ball game. Good job. That's what we needed. Oh, these commercials.
Last half inning. I'll see if the Yankees can make a rally here, and then I'll have to
do it. Oh, these commercial ads. I just can't wait till next week. Just get it over with. No matter what the result is. That's where I'm at. All these commercials, everything I see on YouTube, social media, and I'm like, I actually had people inviting me to those kind of events, and I declined on all of them. I was like, no, leave me alone. Pretend I'm Yoda in Dagobah or Luke Skywalker in that island. That's where I'm at.
I've got like 20 texts. Oh, we've seen you haven't voted yet. Not to turn anything to politics here, but like, I'm like, oh my God, leave me alone. How do you people know all this? Like, it's just, and I'm at work too. So I'm doing stuff and I'm like, oh, I got a text message. So I'm like, oh, I need to respond to this, or if something for my work, I need to look at it. And it's just some stupid political thing. I'm just like, oh my gosh, stop.
I know that Arizona is going to be intense. So, I mean, if you want to get your vote in, you should probably try to get some kind of.
I'm a classic day of guy. So, but I might go earlier just because my work schedule might be a little crazy that day.
Does Arizona allow early in-person voting? Oh, you should have done. So. Man, I would have pushed you to doing it earlier, man.
I think they do. I'm not positive. It's one of those things I Googled at once, but it's like a vague answer. So, or something. I don't know. I looked casually. I didn't really research, but I think they do.
I got mine in the second I got it. I was like, I'm just, man, in the last few times I was voting, it felt like a chore. I was like, I know I shouldn't take it for granted, but still.
I'm going to vote for whoever texted me the least. And that's going to, I'm kidding. I take it seriously, everybody. I do.
We just don't talk about it in this show. We're not going to talk about who we voted for.
No.
Now we'll talk about what was said. Like Antonio Brown, he really posts funny things. That's all I can say.
He's something.
When I see it, I'm like, wow. He certainly has the branding to say it. His brand's not 100% tarnished. He still has Twitter celebrity status.
Yeah.
They're talking about the 1941 World Series, Brooklyn Dodgers versus the New York Yankees, the old Babe Ruth. I think that was a 7-game series. Joe DiMaggio was part of that. Those were some big Yankees teams back then.
Those must have been fun. Like, I mean, I know I've seen 41. I mean, you didn't have TV. I mean, I think there was TV, but not like it is today. But man, to just see those stars on the field must have just been something special to be there. That must have really been just a heck of a time. Baseball was king back then, man. Baseball was everything in 1941.
Oh, wow. They have a long history. Dodgers and the Yankees. Most of it's Brooklyn days. 1963. And then the Reggie Jackson years. 3 home runs in a game.
Yeah.
1981 was the last time they met. And that was under Bob Lemon, not Billy Martin. Billy Martin had some interesting history with the Yankees. He played for them, then he managed them like 2 different times.
Yeah.
And he somehow got, and he guilted the umpires into calling George Brett out with that pine tar bat. And then I think George Brett basically threatened the guy to change the call back. And he actually got them to. Those damn Yankees. That's when you could say they were the damn Yankees.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Daniel Hudson is now on the mound. The pitch to Volpe. And that is a ball. Another 96-mile-an-hour fastball. So Dodgers do got some arms. But the sad thing is, the Yankees, as great as their offense is, they still can't get anything out of a slightly below average Dodgers pitching staff.
Yeah.
Now the pitch. Like, imagine if the Mariners were playing against this team with this offense. I'd probably be sleeping under the table right now during a show. Now the 2-1, and now the pitch. The only thing I really want to care about, like last year, I remember I was like, oh, baseball cannot come any soon. Come on, give me some baseball. And now I'm like, whatever. It'll come when it comes.
I think this season really burnt a lot of Mariners fans out. I think obviously 22 is great. I mean, you know, we want more, but I mean, just to see them back in the playoffs. So we were all hyped for 23. And I think the way they finished, even though they didn't finish great in September, they kind of had that August surge. We're kind of like, okay, just start a little faster in 24 and we'll be, you know, good to go for 2024. And then they did. They had a 10-game lead, and just to blow that, and just, it was the same old stuff. You had a managerial firing. So all that joy from 22. I don't want to say.
And now here's a fly ball to right field, and I think that's a foul ball.
Yeah, it's foul.
Oh man, Yankees they're marinating. They are pulling a Mariner on this right now.
Dave Sims would have been all over that.
Oh, he's like, a high fly ball. Giddy up. Oh, foul.
Foul.
No, we were all burned out. The managerial change where everyone basically said too little too late at that point. And then you have John Stanton saying no free agents. So now Jerry Dipoto's going to have to do the trade, but do we want to trust him doing that again? No. And now it's getting to the point that some guys are saying, why don't we trade for Suarez again? It's like, if we do, it better just cost Sebi Savala. And it won't. His value probably went up because of that. The pitch, now he threw his bat. That's when you know it's bad. They're going to ask for at least one top 15 out of our prospects.
And I don't even think I'd trade for Suarez, honestly. Like, I don't. I don't know. I don't know what, you know, really to do. Like I said, when you take yourself completely out of one avenue of free agency, you know, it makes it tough on yourself.
Bat sure landed in the dugout, and now the pitch. And that was a strikeout, by the way. That's when you know it's bad, when he throws a bat.
After almost hitting the home run.
It's got to be a mental fart. A mental thing. And now the pitch. And that is a strike. 0-2. Just to think that me working just 2 hours today in the morning at my new job and doing this is considered a break. That's insane. Compared to what I did the last 5 days before that.
Right.
The 0-2. And that is a ball. 1-2. As we are looking at one out so far. Rizzo not doing much. If there's any last speck of hope, at least maybe into the 8th or 9th inning, you're still going to at least have the top guys. But can Aaron Judge really do anything? No. That's the thing about these Yankees players, that they don't have like I don't know if they have the mentality like the Jeters had, Posada, Paul O'Neill, Joe Torre. Like, obviously, Aaron Boone is definitely a shell of what Joe Torre was.
You know, it's Posada, another homegrown. You're talking about homegrown. I believe Posada was a homegrown.
He was a homegrown, yeah. Who else was homegrown on that team? Yeah, we had Pettit, already said that. The pitch outside for a ball. But yeah,
Not
but there is that misconception that many people thought, oh, the Yankees bought their way to the. No, they didn't. They actually built it from the ground. Now they bought Paul O'Neill and they bought They got Roger Clemens, but that was through trade, and they had to unload David Wells for that.
And then they did start buying like the Giambis, the Damons, the Sheffield, but they didn't win a World Series with it unless
2009, and then they really bought out.
Yeah,
that's when Hal Steinbrenner was like, "Screw it." No, he's like, "Let's do it even more."
Yeah,
and now 3-2, and their only homegrown players they really have on the Yankees right now is like Aaron Judge and Gleyber Torres, the 3-2, and now a fly ball foul, and it is possible that there is a chance that Soto and Torres may not be on this team next year. Now, we have to assume that the Yankees are going to give it everything they got on Soto because it's Juan freaking Soto. But there's still a chance that... Now, here is a fly ball, and that's going to drop in for a base hit.
Okay.
And you get a man on first base. Let's go. It pains me to actually cheer for the Yankees. I mean, I don't hate them. I mean, I made a video about the Yankees. I got 10,000 views, so it grew my channel, so I can't really hate the Yankees.
Right.
Now, they did ruin my third and fourth grade. They did ruin that. They did.
Oh yeah, they hurt me greatly when I was younger, but not as much recently. They really haven't done anything to make me
Plus, it doesn't help when parents and the media brainwashed us saying that, oh, Yankees are the ultimate bad guy. But then once we got older, look at the Mariners. I was like, no, I think the Mariners are the enemy within.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the conclusion most have come to now. It's just like, now is it really those teams' fault? Or, is it actually the Mariners not being good enough? So
it was the Mariners. And it's also a shame that Mariners kept sabotaging themselves to the point that 95 was the only series we got to see Griffey play against the Yankees. And we all know deep down that he loved playing against the Yankees because he always loved feasting on them. Remember when he said, if I had a choice between playing for the Yankees and retire, I'd retire. He hates the Yankees. The 1-0. And now the pitch. It's because of how, I guess, the Yankees treated Ken Griffey Sr.
Yeah. Yep.
I heard he no-showed on them too on the way he left. As we're looking at a 2-0, and speak of, I have an video idea after this at bat. The pitch popped up and fouled, and is that going to be playable? Oh no, that could be playable for Muncy. Nope. How about, remember Dorktown Mariners video?
It's been a while since I do remember it. I haven't.
Okay, I have a plan. I'm gonna do a reaction video of all 6 parts. You don't have to be in all of them.
Yep.
But we'll do it. So we'll have obviously the video on the screen, and then I'll react to each time that I think is critical to pitch, and that is a strike. Like, there are some really cool parts. Like, I want to have my reaction of like when Griffey no-showed the Mariners, and I'm going to make a joke going, Buhner's like, I'm sure when Buhner texted Griffey, dude, where the bleep are you? Griffey probably didn't even answer that message.
Was that the one in, when was that? Was that 2010 when he fell asleep in the
2010 fell asleep, and then he took a couple Mountain Dews and just fled to home. And then someone caught him in Montana. It's like, is that Griffey filling up his car? As we're looking at a 3-2 in the pitch. Oh, strike 3 called, and that Yankee was like, hey, I'm walking. No, you had to swing at that, man. You had to swing at that. And Dave Roberts is pulling the guy out. Is he playing with matchups? No.
Yeah, I think Banda's a lefty.
Okay, I'm going to declare it. The start of the Yankees has begun because, from what I understand from Dodgers fans, Dave Roberts is basically the better version of Scott Service.
But here's the thing. Verdugo has bad platoon splits, so it makes sense. Like, we were talking like Bryce Harper when Scott was doing it, and Harper hits lefties better than righties. So like, why would you take out, and I don't know exactly what it was, but like, why would you take out a, Jimmy Garcia for a Taylor Saucedo? That doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? But if a guy is truly like that much worse as a lefty and your lefty pitcher is actually good, I'm for it. That was my frustration with Scott. He would play the matchups when one, the hitter didn't have much splits, and then he'd go for a pitcher that's clearly worse than the one he's taking out. Like if Sauce, I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant here, but like, I'm not trying to pick on Taylor Saucedo, but if like Saucedo or Dave Spire were like prime Billy Wagner, and there was then fine, like, heck yeah, they're good lefties, go for it. But like, you're taking out good pitchers for mediocre ones for a guy that doesn't even have platoon splits. So that was the beef. Verdugo, I think, does have some pretty gnarly platoon splits. So I kind of get it with what Roberts is doing. So you turned me into Scott hate. So
oh man, remember I was the OG of that, and everyone hated it. Everyone's like, man, you can't say that about Scott. He's a good man. He connects with the crowd. He connects with the fans, and the crowd's like, yeah, but he put in Robbie Ray versus Jordan Alvarez.
There were even people like after he was fired that were just like,
they had like a very unhealthy obsession of Scott.
Like, listen,
it was
you can
weird.
Like the guy. Like it was just like, oh, he didn't deserve this. I'm like, oh, okay,
he did,
like, and he struggled with the team. So like, you can like him. I don't care. Like, you think he's a good guy. I'm sure he is, but it's a business. You got to win.
Well, Mariners have a very merciful business, if you ask me. I mean, look at Jerry Dipoto. He still is hanging on to that job. Like, I really thought he was going to be next. Like, if you fired Scott, you got to fire Jerry.
Yeah, I think they're looking at it like, hey, we got Dan. Dan's going to get it done. We can do this, and this. Very similar to what the Seahawks went through. Actually, very similar scenario. So a lot of people calling for John Schneider, and I get it, 100% get it. And they're kind of in the same spot, right? They got rid of Pete. Now, a little bit different because Pete was VP. Scott wasn't VP of operations. But kind of the same scenario a little bit for both teams. And both are kind of fighting it a little bit for where they're at. So we'll see.
I'm seeing there could be some empty seats. I've noticed that unless their fans are going for the concession because they're hungry and angry, or maybe they're drinking because they're sad. Hangry. But I see some empty seats there, the 1-0. And that is going to be inside for a ball for Verdugo. Now, if Verdugo can somehow extend this inning, you will have Gleyber Torres, Juan Soto, and Aaron Judge right there. So maybe this could be a key at that, especially when he's ahead of the count. The pitch to Verdugo. And the 3-0 count on Verdugo. Let's go! I can't believe I'm a Mariner fan cheering for the Yankees. It's just for a 7-game series.
I just want a good game here.
I just want a good game.
Yeah.
Now, if it was like 2001 Yankees, I'll be like, oh, yeah, Dodgers, no mercy. And ball 4, take your base, and Verdugo gets on base with a walk. Now it's time for Gleyber Torres.
Torres has got to find a way to get on here. Give Soto and Judge a crack at this.
At least Juan Soto. Aaron Judge, just draw the walk if you can.
You'd still like to have Judge up as a Yankee fan. I mean, it gives you some hope at least.
Can't believe he almost left the Yankees for the Giants.
Yeah.
And now...
Yeah, that was a thing. It was like close, too.
Old Steinbrenner would have been like, no, you're staying at all costs.
Well, remember, Heyman even tweeted out that it was like a done deal, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey.
Or that it was like...
Just like how the Giants fumbled on Correa.
Well, that was the
physical.
Yes, thank you.
Those physicals. Death by the physical. That's how Omar Vizquel actually signed for the Mariners in 2004, but he was death by physical.
Yep. Then Rich Aurelia came.
Rich Aurelia. The pitch. And that's a foul ball. That's going to be strike 2. Down to the final strike for this inning. Come on, Yankees. Can you just please be the damn Yankees for once? And they didn't have to go through Houston for this. They were gift wrapped the World Series for this. And now they're not making my money's worth. As we're looking at the 1-2, this could be it. If Torres is striking out, that means he wants you to go to sleep. That's what Torres is doing it for you. Just for you. As we are looking at the 1-2. And now, here is the 1-2 pitch. And that's a foul ball. He's still fighting it off. And hello, you must be Hannah because you have those long names and you change it all the time. Kind of wonder where you've been for a long time. And my fantasy football team's about to win. I think it's gonna win. Gonna be 3-5. And now the 1-2 pitch. Oh, low for a ball. Is this the New York Yankees or the Seattle Mariners? I think it's the Mariners. Because
the September Mariners hit a little bit.
They did, but it was too little too late. But the bullpen went, eh.
Yeah, only the Mariners, typical Mariners.
The 2-2. Oh, no.
Ooh, that was high. That looked a little high.
No, it was the check swing that was bad. He went through.
Game day says call strike. I'm looking up. Game day said, was it a call? They say he went.
Can you challenge that call? I don't think you can.
No, I can't challenge it.
And Juan Soto's like, no. I think he actually did strike 3 called. So it was actually a strike 3 called either way. He was like,
I thought it was high.
We all did.
Wow. That's what
where's the Yankee?
I was like, oh, maybe that's what it was.
Where's the Yankee script? Where's the plot armor? The plot armor's gone.
Who? Now I got to get going. This is a dumb question. We're talking about Rich Aurelia. Who played shortstop after they released Aurelia? Who was playing?
I don't even.
Why do I even care about?
Maybe Jose Lopez for a split second.
Yes, it was. You're right. That's 100% what it was. They put Lopez at short because Boone was at second. Yeah, it was Lopez.
And Spezio was at third.
And
Scott Spezio and
Ramon Santiago was playing a little bit.
And just to think, I made a video saying the 2004 Mariners season wasn't as bad as you think. Well, only because of Bucky Jacobson.
Well, here's the thing. The season was terrible, but there was some hope on the horizon. And I'll get going, but like you had Madrich and Bucky Jacobson, so you had some hope there.
Edgar's.
At the time, we still liked Joel Pinheiro, so he was going to come back healthy in 2005.
Moyer had a down year, but we were like, it's just one bad year.
It's Moyer, Miguel Olivo, the Jeremy Reed. Jeremy Reed broke out in September from the Freddie Garcia trade. Yep. So Jose Lopez was, looked like someone decent.
JJ Putz was hanging in there.
Yeah, and then you had, Ichiro doing his thing. So the season was bad, but there just felt like
Felix played in the futures game.
Yeah, that's right. Felix was on the horizon as well. So that's what it was. The season, dreadful.
I think if we were in social media, 2004 would have been considered progress.
Yeah, because everyone kind of thought that team was going to drop off, I remember, because they were just so old. And it was just a matter of when was that team going to just hit its wall. And they did in 2004, but then you saw some of the guys come up and it gave us some hope and it led to nothing. So beautiful. Thank you for having me on, my friend. Appreciate you.
Always.
Yeah,
we'll be doing this many times.
Yeah, I was hoping for more series, but if it gets to a 5 or 6, I can probably join you for another one. So
we'll see.
Sounds good, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Later.
And thank you, Jay Trident Podcast, for being part of the show. And we are back from the break, and what a brutal way to go down in that inning. Soto was waiting on deck. If he had a guy on base, he could have done some serious damage. Now we got Will Smith, and now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. 560 total views so far. I like it. That makes me really happy. Now the pitch. Outside for a ball. And now the 1-1. And now the pitch. And that is low for a ball. That's going to be a 2-1 count. Heads up, I will not be doing the World Series tomorrow because I'll be doing a Bible study and I just want to hang out with friends and eat some good food, to be honest, because I'm like, I can only do this computer stuff for so long. The pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did. That's going to be a 2-2. And now we're looking at 2-2. Now the pitch. That's going to be a 3-2 count. The pitch. Now here's a line drive. Oh, caught by the second baseman. You will get to do another game. The Yankees are not getting swept. What's good, y'all? Hey, Christian, how's it going? And Clay Holmes is gone. He's done. Gavin Lux is coming up, and I'm going to be taking a PP break.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
And I am back from my bathroom break. Who are you talking about? I was probably talking about Christian, yeah, with the whole what's good, y'all. And look at those Yankee fans. They're just sad. This is just sad to watch. It's so bad that I think it's fair to say that much of us don't like the Yankees, but at least we want a fun series out of it, right? Obviously, he agrees. Like, I wish I hibernated even longer. I really wish I hibernated longer than 3 hours. I should have slept a lot more than 3 hours of a nap. Now the pitch. And that is a strike. And that nap was good. Because I only slept 2 hours the night before because I was posting a video about Kirk Gibson. 57 consecutive changeups thrown as Tommy, the changeup man. They've got to get to the bottom of the inning, and I wonder if the Yankees are even going to even put up a fight. You got Juan Soto up to the plate. If the Yankees were to go to the next inning, now we got a ground ball, and that's a foul ball. Oh, I assume that you were Hannah because of the long names. My bad. You don't take naps. I take naps. I love naps. But it's only if I wake up like at 7 in the morning or 6 in the morning or earlier, and I just happen to have a midday to sleep. And that's what I do. I love naps. Now we are looking at the 0-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball, 1-2. And we're looking at a 1-2. And now the pitch. And strike 3 called. Another changeup, and that's going to be 2 outs already. After this, I kind of want to play Doom. That's how boring this game has been. I'd rather just play Doom. Doom. And now we are looking at 2 outs. And now the pitch to Kiki Hernandez. That's going to be low for a ball. Now we're looking at the 1-0, and now the pitch. Swing and a miss. They'll put up a fight. I guarantee you, New York. Okay. We'll see. If they are down 3-0, I hope they win 3 in a row to force a Game 7, because Game 7, I probably should get some more activity. As we are looking at the 1-1, and now the pitch. And that is going to be popped up to right field. And makes the catch, and that's going to retire the side. Maybe I will give the Mariners or the Yankees some kind of inspiration. Okay, I'm gonna play this on the screen because this game is depressing. I want to be inspired for doing this. Okay, I'm going to do this right now. As you can tell, I'm desperately trying to rally the Yankees by giving them the Empire. The theme of the Empire, right, Vader? And we are back from the break. Oh, this game is a disaster. Ryan Brazier is now on the pen. And now the pitch to Soto. And that is going to be a ball. 0 for 2 so far, batting .333 with 4 home runs, 9 RBIs in this postseason. Can Soto get the spark going? Check swing, did he go? He did not go. It's going to be 2-0. Now the pitch. And that is going to be a strike. That is now a 2-1 count. Now the 2-1 and the pitch. And that is a swing and a miss. And that is actually a foul ball. As we are looking at a 2-2 for Juan Soto. He's now 0 for 2. He's got to get something going. He's got to step up. Got Aaron Judge up to the plate, who also has got to step up as well. 580 views. I'm happy about that. Now the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not go. That's going to be a 3-2. There is very little hope. Yeah, the Yankees have had full counts pretty much all game. Now we're looking at 3-2. The pitch. Now here's a fly ball to right field, and Mookie Betts is there. He makes the catch. Martha Stewart's in this game, huh? Spike Lee's in this game. Now the pitch. And that is a ball for Aaron Judge. Kenny Albert. The pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And now the pitch to Judge. A swing and a miss, and that is going to be strike 2. Aaron Judge trying to make something happen. The pitch. He owns the Yankees record in a single season for home runs with 62, as it was last held by Roger Maris, who had 61. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-2 count for Aaron Judge. Now the 3-2. Check swing. He did not go. He's going to go in on base with a walk. Now I got Giancarlo Stanton. He one swing of the bat. He can make it into a 2-run ball game. I would like to see that happen. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is a strike. As we're looking at the 0-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball again. That's going to be 1-1. Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that is going to be strike 2. Oh, this game has just been... As we're looking at 1-2. And now the pitch. Strike 3 called, and I knew it. And that is going to be 2 outs for the Yankees. Yankees are pretty much safe to say that their hopes are shrinking. And I got Jazz Chisholm up to the plate. Dodgers leading the series 2-0. They are on the verge of making it a 3-0 series lead. And now the pitch. And that is a strike. He is 0 for 3 with a fly out, a line out, and a fielder's choice. He's also been playing terrible in the postseason. Now the pitch. And that is a strike. It's going to be 0 and 2. This game continues to be embarrassing. And now we are looking at the 0 and 2. And he calls for time. It's like Jazz Chisholm's losing focus right now. Now we're looking at 0 and 2. And now the pitch. 1 and 2. Now the pitch. Foul ball. And we're looking at the 1 and 2, the pitch. As we're looking at a 1 and 2. And now the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. We are going into the top of the 9th inning, and it's still 4-0, and the Yankees really don't seem to be putting up much of a fight. SoFi is an online bank and a personal financing company offering financial diverse products. They hold the naming rights to the home of the Los Angeles Rams and the Los Angeles Chargers, named SoFi Stadium. They offer amazing checking and savings accounts where you can get up to 4.6% on savings accounts. There are no monthly fees to maintain the accounts, and they have over 55,000 no-fee ATMs around the United States. You even have access to a budgeting program, stock trading, and insurance programs. Join SoFi and get $25 for joining and or $25 for opening a stock trading account. Links are available in the description. And thank you. And lastly, I am not a financial advisor, so either find a professional financial advisor or go with your own gut. And yep, still commercial break ongoing. Looking at 4-0 Dodgers still. And my arm hurts. And we are back from the break. Tommy Edman's going to be up to the plate. Now here's Tommy Edman. Now the pitch. Foul ball. Oh for 2. Postseason batting .352, 2 home runs and 13 RBIs. Tommy Edman. Now the pitch. Ground ball foul. It's going to be 0-2. Only 3 outs away for the Dodgers to take a 3-0 lead over the New York Yankees. Shohei Ohtani's on deck. And now the pitch. Inside for a ball, 1-2. 1-2. And now the pitch. Here's a ground ball. Right to Chisholm. Throw to first. And that is in time. Another bullpen change, huh? Are you looking to optimize your office, studio, or man cave? The Glance LED ticker may be for you. It is a customizable LED display providing real-life sports scores, stock prices, crypto, the news, and even the weather. Use my promo code RoofTopSports to get 10% off the purchase, and thank you. Game 4 is tomorrow, but I won't be there. Luke Weaver is now in the mound. The former Mariner to face Shohei Ohtani. 4 saves in his 6 attempts. Now Ohtani, hopefully, I'd like to see a home run out of him. That'd be fun to watch. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Ohtani is looking at an 0-1. And now the pitch. And that is going to be low for a ball. Shohei Ohtani is dealing with an injury, a shoulder injury, as he had a bad slide going into second base. Really bad slide. And he's still playing. As we are looking at the 1-1 by Luke Weaver, and now the pitch. Low for a ball. It gets away, gets by. Looks like it did hit him. Yeah, Josh, this series really is a joke. It started just very exciting in the first game, and now look where we are. It's pathetic. Looks like Ohtani is trying to pull his Albert Bell. Because remember, Albert Bell got hit, but he still wanted to hit. Oh yes, that hit his foot. Yep. It did hit him. Now they're talking about the uncertainties of the Yankees offseason. Like, what are they going to do with Juan Soto, Gleyber Torres? What are they going to add to it? It makes me feel better because typically people forget that 4-game sweeps are gentleman sweeps when it comes to the World Series. Just look at 2005 or even that last year's series. Yeah. Although the Diamondbacks won 1 game out of that. Now we've got a 4-0 lead for the Dodgers, and now here's Mookie Betts. And now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. We're looking at 1-0. Now the pitch. Low for a ball again, 2-0. Some crowds trying to cheer for the Yankees, but you don't really hear it. Fans just you don't really hear it. And now the 2-0. Now here's a ground ball, double play ball, throw to second, throw to first, and that is in time. And last try for the Yankees, but unfortunately, they are down to number 6, 7, and 8 for their hitters, so they don't really have anyone. Looks like Austin Wells is going to take over for Jose Trevino. This game is depressing.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
And we are back from the break. We are now looking at the bottom of the 9th inning. Yep, the Yankees are on the verge, being down 3-0. Michael Kopech is now on the task to close this game. Now the pitch. And that's going to be... It's going to be a ball on the inside. Now the pitch. And that is a strike. And now we're looking at the 1-1. And that's going to be a foul ball. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Anthony Rizzo is now up to the plate. Got 2 outs to go. The pitch. And that was a 101 mile an hour fastball. And that is going to be a low for a ball. He has a 364 average in this postseason. The pitch. It's going to be high for a ball. The pitch. Gotta look up the 1955 World Series. And the pitch. It's going to be a strike 1, despite the 3-0 advantage right now. And the pitch. Ball 4, take your base. Old Yankee Stadium. We totally missed that stadium. How'd the Marlins win the World Series? Under their owner, Jeffrey Loria, too. Super Bowl prediction, I don't really have one. Now the pitch. It's going to be popped up, and this is Austin Wells who's taking over for Jose Trevino. You can tell that this game is pretty much over because not many people are watching the show. As we are looking at the 0-1, and now the pitch. Check swing, nothing happening. As we are looking at the 1-1 and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Yankee fans with a rally cap hoping that... But where's the screaming fans? They're not just screaming. They're just like, whatever, let's go Yankees. But not like the let's go Yankees. Where is that? It's gone. Now we're looking at the 1-2. And the pitch. And that's a foul ball. That was right up the middle. Yeah, look at the empty seats. Yep, reflect the sun. Yep. This is the kind of game I covered. It was very disappointing. Aaron Judge is 1 for 2 in this World Series. I reflect the sun. 1-2. And that gets away, and that's going to get a runner to second base. And, you know, crazy thing, if Austin Wells can somehow find a way to draw a walk or just make something happen, you can still have Juan Soto and Aaron Judge up real soon. Spoiled Yankees just had to beat the traffic. They are the bandwagon fans and left, and they saw the Yankees stink. Yeah, they did. As we're looking at the 2-2 and the pitch, and that's going to be popped up, probably playable. Yep, that's Freddie Freeman. He's there. And he makes the catch, and that is going to be 2 outs. Yankees are down to their final out. This game's embarrassing. When falling 3-0 in the series, no team has ever even forced a game 6, so Yankees have a huge task ahead of them if they're going to stay within. Now they'll have no room for error. 24 teams have taken the 3-0 lead. 21 ended up in sweeps, and 23 ended in 5 games. We're looking at the 3-0, the 1-0, 0-1, and that's going to be 0-2 strike, and they are now down to the final strike. 2-2 so far. As now we're looking at the 0-2 for Verdugo. And now here is the pitch. And that's fouled, so Verdugo is still trying to keep this alive. If you hit a home run, or at least get on base, you'll have Gleyber Torres up to the plate. And after Gleyber Torres, you got Juan Soto and Aaron Judge. So I know it seems over, but you just never know. 1 strike away to make it 3-0 for the Dodgers. To take a 3-0 lead. And now here is a fly ball to deep right field. And that is gone. That is a home run for Verdugo. And the Yankees still are breathing with life. And the crowd has woken up. They are now down 2 as the Yankees put it on the board. What a nice hit. And you figured that it was going to be gone. And now you've got the top of the lineup in Gleyber Torres and then Juan Soto and Aaron Judge. So there is still hope to happen. And yes, Verdugo did try. He did do something for once. So let's make it happen, shall we? Let's go. Let's make this comeback possible. Now we have a brand new ball game, and Verdugo knew it was gone. Imagine being a player watching 25 to 33% fans leaving. Yeah, I agree. Yankees do get on the board. They were down to the final strike, and now we've got Gleyber Torres. And looks like the fans are all of a sudden getting up on their feet. They're starting to make some noise. And now we've got Gleyber Torres, who's 0 for 2 with 2 walks. So maybe if you draw a walk, you can get Soto up to the plate. So it's not completely over. And now the pitch. And that's going to be right in there for a strike. Looking at the 0-1. And now the pitch. It's going to be low for a ball. 1-1. Yep. This person said it correctly. This is why you never leave a game early. And now we are looking at the 1-1. And now the pitch. Oh, man, you got to swing at that. Down to the last strike again. Come on, Torres, at least. Keep it alive. Give Soto an at-bat at least. And now here is the 1-2. Oh, that's up high, and that is a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yankees are still down to their final strike. They are still trying to breathe life. Fans are hanging on to hope. And now the 2-2. And now here's a ground ball, and this should do it. The throw to first by Edman, and that is in time. And the Yankees are now down 3-0 against the Dodgers. They are on the verge of defeat in the World Series. Great play by Edman. And now the Dodgers up 3-0. Now they have a lot of cushion because historically speaking, nobody has came back from a 3-0 deficit. Once again, I don't know who this Hannah person you mistaken me for. Yep, all in caps, Congrats, LA. You have won your first. It's not over yet. It ain't over till it's over, like Yogi Berra said. You can use my promo code RoofTopSports to get your $20. But yeah, what a game by the Dodgers. Freddie Freeman with that 2-run home run to start it off. Gleyber Torres at least made it interesting. Tommy Edman kind of had to make up some ground, but it wasn't enough. Oh, man. So, safe to say that this game is pretty much over. I got some work to do. I got to put out some more YouTube shorts. Just 2 more. Just 2 of them, luckily. Yankees get on the board. Freddie Freeman, I think, is actually going to be the MVP. I think he's very much in pace to be the MVP of this series. As soon as the numbers hit 800 views, I am going to take off. Yeah, and that's when Teoscar Hernandez was on their farm system pretty much. He didn't really contribute much for the 2017 Dodgers. I'll even double check for you. All right, Teoscar Hernandez in 2017. He played for the Astros for 1 game. Then he got traded to Toronto. I wonder what that trade package was about for Teoscar Hernandez. He was traded by the Astros with Nori Aoki for Francisco Liriano. Wow. Play all the way until they did it for bullpen depth. That's what it was. Just to unload Teoscar Hernandez. Liriano is a longtime player for the Minnesota Twins and partially for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Yep, I heard he does. 12 people watching. I appreciate it. And it looks like I did reach my 806 views. So one last thing before I close this show, please donate to this channel, Rooftop Sports, through the YouTube Super Chats or through my Venmo account. And I'll send that to you right over here right now. And there you go. But yeah, I am going to wrap it up and just take off. I got to get some sleep or I got to make some YouTube videos. But I am going to take off. Just want to say thank you for being on this show. Thank you very much. And everyone, enjoy the rest of your night. And hopefully, Yankees can at least make it into an interesting series or at least make an interesting game. That's all I'm asking. But everyone, have a great night.